I don't know if there's anything like
centipede. Right, die, bitch.
This man Mo just got up and stomped out a centipede as soon as we started the cameras. What an intro to the episode.
Oh, my bad. We recording.
Yeah, what a great way to start it off. That's hilarious. Yeah, man. Welcome back to another episode. As you see by the title, today we are taking a break from the news that's going on with the NBA preseason and everything, and taking a second to give one hot take for every single NBA team in the league.
Listen, I'm ready to see what y'all have. Because I was trying to like cook up some stuff. Listen, I have some takes that I feel are kind of hot. I also have some stuff that might be a little cold, right? I don't know. We'll see. But I think that all of them are like, at the very least, bold predictions for what's going to happen.
Listen, I am calling out. A little bit of bullshit today.
Oh no, listen, that's baked in. Like, you know me. You see my movies.
Everything will be called out, including, speaking of call outs, we are doing a giveaway for all you folks who've been hiding under a rock. We're doing a giveaway as soon as we reach 10K followers on Twitter.
Yep.
What are we giving away? An entire PS5 so you can play with you and all your little crayon eater friends.
Yep, like you said, PS5 giveaway. We're gonna do it as soon as you cross 10K followers on Twitter. Look in the description, you'll see it right there at the Deep 3 Podcast. Drop us a follow. And yeah, we're gonna be more active on there. So even outside the giveaway, follow us on Twitter to get more content from us.
It's a must.
Yeah, man. So real quick before we get into it, I got this video idea from Alvini Linguini on YouTube. I saw he did this video like a week ago.
Shout out
to him. His video link will be in the description. Stole the idea straight from him. So go watch his video to see his hot takes. I didn't watch it because I didn't want to be blinded by his hot takes and steal some by accident. But props to him for the great idea.
Shout out to Linguini.
Shout out.
Shout out to Linguini. Yeah, man. Let's get into it.
The cranium is crazy. Oh my god.
I mean, I really don't know what to say.
So what we're going to do is, instead of each of us giving one take about every team, that's way too much. Each of us is going to give a take about 10 teams. So it's, one take per team for the entire league. If every one of us gave a take for each team, that's 90 hot takes. Y'all can't handle that much heat in one episode. It'd be ridiculous.
We can't handle that much heat. That's too much. 90 hot takes in a single video is ridiculous.
Brain would explode.
Yep. Yeah, man. I always end up doing the first one when we do this type of stuff. So we're going to mix it up today. Mo, you go first. We'll reverse the order. Mo, Donovan, me. Who's your first hot take for?
Hot take. The MVP of the 2024 NBA season will be LeBron James. He'll be the oldest MVP in NBA history. Could have been that.
So this is for Lakers?
Yeah, this is for the Lakers as a whole.
Okay, we gotta make sure we tell people which team it's for because each one is by team.
Yeah,
because
each of us has a division that we're going by as well.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's what's gonna be blocked out. But
exactly.
Okay, so LeBron's gonna win MVP. All right. Yeah. Well, that's definitely a hot take. I'll give you that.
It is. That old man is not winning MVP. He's just done chasing it. Like I think that he will have a good season, especially if he could stay healthy. But like the foot was obviously a problem, and it's kind of, I don't know how to feel because he didn't get surgery on a foot that was clearly like messed up for months. And so we'll see how he looks come December. Because after I think he'll be fine in October, right? He's probably going to be good. He's going to be running fast again. Like he wasn't doing that a lot towards the end of last season. December around Christmas is when we're going to see okay, how, is he going to take the regular season serious? Is he going to try and actually go for this? But that's hot. So
yep. I'm very bullish on the Lakers, their outlook, because I think LeBron will be much better than we saw him last playoffs when he was dealing with that foot injury, like you said. But I think because they saw him not be able to do a full playoff run at his age with that type of load, I think there's no chance they give him the type of usage needed to win MVP. I think he's made it very clear he wants Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent, Rui Hachimura, all these dudes to take more and more touches off his plate. So if you want to get real hot, I mean, I think there's a better chance Anthony Davis is in the MVP conversations than there is LeBron.
But we've been talking about AD eclipsing LeBron ever since after the first championship, bro, and it just never happens. And I hate to say it
happened last year, I think.
I mean, that's okay to say. He was a fucking monster defensively with his defensive impact. That's fair to say. But overall, I don't think anyone will ever look at it as long as LeBron James is alive. Nah, this is AD's team. Nah, give the ball to AD during the last shot type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as long as the Lakers, when it comes to some of the requirements you need in order to win MVP is, of course, you have to have the team success. For the most part, there are, of course, outliers. But with how deep the Lakers appear to be, I'm expecting them to be maybe a top 3, worst case scenario 4 seed. And on top of that, of course, you got to have your narratives. Kevin, you got to have someone like Kendrick Perkins over here making outlandish takes and all that.
Deciding LeBron the MVP by himself.
Exactly. he has to have some allegations to beat. And I think LeBron will, you know what I'm saying, probably face those washed allegations. And then he has to put up the stats. That might be the hardest part because there's so much to go around. But it's not a scorching hot take in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I think it's
that is a good narrative. I think that is a good narrative. Oldest MVP, like turning 40, winning MVP, that would be a good narrative. So if they're the 1 seed or the 2 seed even, I think he'll be in those convos for sure. So I see what you're going for.
Sure. Yeah, that's solid.
It'd be funny because it would probably be like a Steve Nash type of MVP where he averages 22 and 8, and it's like he's not averaging 30 like some people like. No, LeBron's not gonna average 22. He's probably gonna average like 24.5.
Yeah,
which while coasting, so it might be like a team oriented one, which is weird for a LeBron James MVP narrative.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not buying it, but props to the hotness on that one.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. All right. So I'll go with my first one. I'm gonna stay in the Western Conference. I'm overreacting like crazy to the first preseason game that I like actually watched. And I'm gonna say that Victor Wembanyama is going to be first team NBA all defensive team. He's gonna be defensive all first team. This man stole the ball from the 3-point line.
That was crazy.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. Every 3 minutes, he's doing something where you're just looking at the screen. It's like, what just happened? What's going down? Like,
can you
it's
pull
insane.
That screenshot up at least? Yeah, he was on the top of the 3-point line. I think maybe it was Isaiah Joe was driving from the left wing, and you call that helping at the nail when the person on top of the arc slides over to the free throw line to stop the driver. He didn't even really slide over. He just fucking reached over with his gigantic dragon wingspan and knocked the ball out, and then ran the other way and finished the dunk. Ridiculous play.
It doesn't make sense. I think that there's going to be so many plays. We're going to see a lot of plays like that. And even if the blocks don't necessarily get there, you are going to be able to, you're going to see, like if you're watching the games, just how much he impacts every drive to the basket. Every time, like if somebody even has a wide open 3, quote unquote, they're going to think about like, oh, is Wemby going to come out and block my shot to the second row? People are going to be thinking how to score and how to move offensively. So he's going to be first team all defense. Like he's crazy. So that's my hot take for the Spurs.
I like that. With how the Spurs were using him, not, having him guard Chet one-on-one or anything like that, and having him be sort of a free safety for you football watchers out there, similar to how the Bucks use Giannis. I think it's one of the best ways to use him, honestly, because of his mobility, and he's just a natural disruptor. Anything around him, you will feel him, So
yeah, he's definitely gonna be one of the better defensive prospects I've ever seen. That's obvious, but I don't know if it'll be all defense first team. That's just hard. Like when you have so many, you have Giannis, you have Jaren, you have all these front court players. But he's going to be one of the best defensive rookies you've ever seen. Like, I think that's almost a guarantee. Like, there's no world where he's not above average is too conservative. There's no world where he's not a great defender, whatever word you want to use. Like, that's a guarantee.
Yeah, and I think the highlight plays for him are going to rack up very quickly. And I think that when we talk about MVP and sometimes, guys get a narrative push, the highlights are going to push Wemby's case because you're just going to be able to play that reel that ESPN has. You're just going to be able to just run it on loop. And every nuts, time man. It's like, oh my goodness, what is happening? So yeah.
It's going to be ridiculous. I like that. That's actually it's a hot take because it's hard, but that's probably going to be one of the more plausible ones on this list.
Absolutely. I agree.
We'll see. Listen. There's some colder. No, I believe in it. I do believe in it. But there's some colder takes, I think, on this.
No, yeah, I have some very cold ones for teams I couldn't think of anything.
More conservative.
I'll go with my first one. Sticking to the unicorns, going with the Celtics. My take for the Celtics is Kristaps Porzingis is going to be their third best player, not Jrue Holiday. And I think it'll be like pretty easily. I think the conversation will be more, is he their second best player on some nights rather than fourth?
I think that's very plausible.
Yeah, I think that's a respectable take. Honestly, whenever any person of that color touches that, where's that green jersey? Yo, ancestry just goes to another notch. Like, yo, he's finna be.
Come on.
He's finna be bro, you thought Knicks Porzingis was something? Boston Porzingis, top 10 player ever on God, bro.
Listen, you saw what Peyton Pritchard did. You saw what Peyton Pritchard did the day he got his new contract. He was like, listen, the city loves me like that. Oh, I'm going crazy. He was playing like it was A1.
This is their homeland.
Yeah.
Like when people take trips to their ancestral homeland, that's white basketball players playing in Boston.
Facts.
Literally.
That's great.
To be serious,
man, that first preseason game, he was just moving as fluidly as we've seen in the recent years. Last year he looked really good too, so it's not like it's something that's like unforeseen. But it's, they had those injuries in the offseason that prevented him from playing the World Cup. So there was like a little bit of concern that maybe he comes out looking a little sluggish, has to play himself into shape. Not even a little bit. He looked ridiculous. He looked as untapped as he's ever been in the entire history of his career. He was moving like you thought you'd want to see him move every play when you saw him as a youngster in New York, when you were like, oh, there's flashes of greatness. Mm-hmm. It was just greatness all game.
Yeah, and it makes sense because the Derek White hype train was rolling last year. And I think like we talked about last episode, kind of the role that Jrue Holiday is going to play. And so with him and Derek White in the backcourt, like you're not going to need as much offensively from that spot from Jrue Holiday in terms of like creating from the perimeter and doing stuff like that. So I think like in terms of filling a need and doing stuff that the Celtics actually need, like Porzingis he's going to be the go-to guy in a lot of situations for them attacking from certain spots on the floor. So it completely makes sense to think that. So I like that take a lot though.
Facts. I agree. It's not bad at all. I respect it. And if the Celtics are going to become the finals favorites or the Eastern Conference favorites, to what many people believe, this take has to come into fruition. And Kristaps Porzingis needs to follow up with the Boston Celtics legendary white man status.
It was written. All right, what's your next one, Mo?
Yeah, so my next one, we're scorching hot. We're going to the Los Angeles Clippers. Kawhi Leonard and PG-13 get traded this season.
Oh, shit.
Hot as hell. Now, listen, I'm not 110% sure if I will stand on this take. It's a hot take. I'm doing what y'all click the video to do, bro. All right? But I will say, if you're Steve Ballmer, you have to have some type of hesitancy when it comes to giving Kawhi and PG that max contract or an extension because they have nothing to show for it. Now, yes, I'm saying injuries happen and all that, not their fault. It's literally uncontrollable. But at the same time, it's like, how much longer are you going to possibly prolong the process of needing to rebuild just for hope? Do I think this will happen? No, because of relocation and shit like that. But this is just a hot take, man. I ain't standing on this.
You have to think it happens at least a little bit. That's the point.
Just throwing stuff at the wall.
You can't just not think it's going to happen.
Keep this energy away from me.
Yeah, man. Okay. Eventually, it feels like the timer will be up pretty soon and impatience should set in. But like I said, because of the stadium thing, it's hard to believe they go full tank mode when they don't have a lot of their picks going forward and they're investing billions into a new stadium. But it'd be nice to see him trade one.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why if I was to think anything, it would be that one of them would be traded. I think both of them getting traded this year would be like franchise suicide for them. But like especially going into the new stadium. But yeah, that's kind of crazy.
But listen, it's a hot take. You did your job.
Exactly. I honestly do believe if a trade was to happen, I agree with you, Donovan. It would be one of them. It'll probably have to be after the regular season, and whoever has more value doesn't really matter. You're probably going to reap similar assets from both of them because of their status as players today. But if they were to do that, they could possibly be put in a little bit of a more favorable position because of the flexibility that they'd be granted. So
what does a Kawhi trade package even look like these days? Like, how do you have faith in a older plus over 30 Kawhi? Like, what do you give up for that?
Look, any conversation revolving around Kawhi Leonard is guaranteed giving you a brain hernia, dude. Like, it just, I can't think clearly when I think about Kawhi as a basketball player in any discussion.
Yeah, he's a tricky one these days.
Yeah.
All right, Donovan, what's your next take?
Let's see. All right, we'll go to my Magic hot take. Both Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner make the All-Star team this year.
Ooh, I like it.
I think.
Listen, we are a pro Franz podcast, so I'm with it.
100%. The way that Franz was playing in the World Cup was fantastic. We've already seen flashes of Paolo. Even last year, like, even after he slowed down after his like insanely hot start, he still averaged 20 points a game. And I think that like the Magic had chances to go out and maybe speed up their timeline, go get another superstar, really make this push, but they didn't. They're staying on this trajectory. And so I think that because of that, the ball's going to be in Franz's hands. It's going to be in Paolo's hands. I think a year two jump from Paolo is going to be crazy. I think Franz can do absolutely everything you want on the floor. And the Magic have a very good chance to be in the play-in, maybe even sneak into the playoffs if they win a couple of those play-in games. Like they have,
I think they're a lock for the playoffs.
A lock for the playoffs.
Even another hot take. Let's keep it rolling.
Okay, okay. So I'm glad you said that because I had that as my first hot take for the Magic, but I didn't know how hot that was because I feel like the Magic hype train is kind of going. Like Isaac, do you think that they're also like? I guess
lock?
Like,
fuck no.
Yeah, not a lock, but like how confident are you for the playoffs for the Magic?
Not confident. I love them too, but next year I'll be like, oh, they're a lock. They'll be on like OKC time, where like, oh, this is the year they make the leap with this huge young core.
Yeah,
they could make the play-in. I think that's very plausible, but there's a lot of teams out there that they're going to be fighting for a small amount of spots, especially when you take into consideration there's only 6 that are locked in. So I would never use the word lock. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if they made that leap and we're looking how the Pacers looked last year before Tyrese went down, where you look up one day in December and you're like, what the fuck, to the 5 seed? That's crazy. Yeah. But I wouldn't use the word lock yet, no. Just because, especially because the guard depth. They don't have, the guard room is so in flux there between all these young guys they've drafted but haven't quite stolen the job yet. So like even if they figure out the point guard spot, which is probably Markelle, you have Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs still to figure out who's gonna be the backup. Can one of them play alongside Markelle? If they do, the spacing is weird. You don't have a bona fide shooter there to play next to your wings and guard. It's just a weird team that doesn't have the parts needed to be a true winning team yet.
See, and my rebuttal against that is that I think they just have enough shooting. As they may not be perfect, but this is the bare minimum stuff that they'll be able to take. And I'm putting trust in the second-year development of Paolo Banchero. I fucking love Wendell Carter Jr. He is probably, it's disgusting to say, but at the same time, not really, because it shows how good he is. He's one of their like 3 best shooters on the entire team. And it's so awkward, you know? And when you think about how their team works as a whole, literally all of them, like they can play 5 out anytime they want. And every single one of these players, including every single one of these players, because Wendell can shoot. Paolo, he's not a 0. Franz, he's not a 0, of course. Markelle Fultz, he can get that bitch up once in a while. Do I trust him?
Okay.
He can get it up. He can get it up.
There's a difference between like successfully running 5 out and just putting 5 guys around the 3-point line and calling it 5 out. And like that's probably what is going to happen for the Magic, like for a good portion of the season. But I think that Franz and Paolo are far enough in their development that they can both make the All-Star team. And like if we see, listen, if some guys go down early, one of them might make them as like one of those reserves that get added on at the end. But I do think that like legitimately one of them should make the All-Star team this year. And
yeah, it'll be Paolo.
So I'll say both.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, if they're running 5 out and they start Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Franz, Paolo, and Wendell Carter, if I see Paolo Banchero isolating a 5 out and driving to the rim, triple team that motherfucker. Somebody's shooting the ball because none of those guys shoot above 36%.
And I'm not closing out. Okay. I'm not closing out.
We're not going to slander. You're going damn near making me an Orlando Magic fan, all right? Look up Wendell Carter Jr.'s 3-point percentage, bro. He shoots either at 36 or slightly above 36%.
Awesome. Great. How about Markelle Fultz? How about Jalen Suggs? How about
I ain't talking about that. And I ain't talking about that either.
If Wendell Carter's your spacing saving grace, listen, he had a great shooting season, especially from long mid range. I've seen his numbers. I love him, but as a collective, their lineup does not have the shooters it needs.
Something that I see that I also like, am in love with this team that almost, well, I don't want to say almost, but a lot of teams don't have this option as a 5 who can drive on closeouts on a consistent basis, and that just like makes your offense
the whole team
complicated to go ahead and guard. So I feel like my last thing, I hate talking about the Orlando Magic for so long, but when I look at the Eastern Conference, there's at the bottom half of the Eastern Conference, there's not a lot of teams where I am 110% sure that, you know, they are better than the Orlando Magic.
Okay. On the bottom half, there's not a lot. Okay.
So that's playoff territory.
So you think they'll be in the play-in race at least?
Guaranteed. If not
playoff,
I
agree. Play-in race means like top 12 teams. I agree. I'll lock them in as a top 12 team in the East.
You're disgusting.
Put it on the
board. You're disgusting.
All right, my next hot take. We're going to go to the Western Conference on the Portland Trailblazers side. This might be, the number I'm about to say might be a little more conservative, so I don't know if it qualifies as a hot take. So maybe we'll bump the number up. But my take is for the Blazers, DeAndre Ayton will be a top 10 center in the league next year. Is that too conservative?
I think so.
Top 7, fuck it. The point is DeAndre Ayton is going to be very good. DeAndre Ayton is a top 7 center in the league next year. I think people are too quick to write him off because of a team struggle that he was a center of, but it's not like he was just mincemeat out there. He wasn't pathetic. And I think a new franchise that, like I've said plenty of times on this podcast, has a coach that doesn't hate his guts now, and then just a new environment that's away from all the turmoil, I think he'll be significantly better.
Listen, you have to go higher with your number because so in our rankings, I had Ayton as the 8th best center in the league last year. So that's right there. Ooh. So basically so you're just saying, yeah, he's going to stay at the same level.
Well, most people in the country right now would put him like 15.
So listen, okay.
Most people think DeAndre Ayton is like the shit beneath their shoe right now. They write him off so easily.
And look, I put him at 8 and I put Sabonis at 5, but remember, we gave Sabonis that type of ranking, like the respect ranking. So if we actually do this right, Ayton's probably top 7 right now. Is Ayton going to be top 5 at the end of next year?
No. Well, I don't know if he's so easily top 7. I mean, we can rattle him off. Jokic, Embiid, Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo, Sabonis, then Cat and Gobert, whichever order, whatever, but they both deserve to be above Ayton.
At the end of next season, is Ayton jumping either one of them?
He'll have to for my hot take to reign true, so yes.
Damn, bro.
I don't know who, but he's going to be top 7.
That's not for him to answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them is going to fall off, and it's going to be more about Ayton just being great.
All right, that's fair.
All right. Let's get into is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. Staying in the Pacific Division, the Sacramento Kings will be fighting for their playoff lives. All right. I don't know if this might be, I think this is a hot take considering they were, the second seed last season or whatever. But
3. Yeah.
Yeah, like looking at the Western Conference now, I think they were 2.
They were the 3 seed.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay,
Continue.
cool. Anyways, looking at the Western Conference this year, so many teams are so good, and someone has to be left out. OKC's making progression. You have to assume that the Dallas Mavericks are going to just play better basketball. I don't know how much better but they're gonna be better. Zion, the Pelicans, you already know the whole spiel. If he's healthy, holy shit. Bro, the Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards is making his leap.
Fantastic way to sum up the Pelicans.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
So it's like, holy shit. He's not shit.
The Memphis Grizzlies, you can't expect him to fall off at all. The Lakers got better. The Warriors are super interesting with CP3. I think he's a super important addition. So it's like, where the fuck are someone's gonna have to be out of the playoffs, and I don't know if I 110% trust the Kings. Now, this is a crazy ass graphic. Who made this?
Nah, this is wild.
A Kings fan, obviously.
That is crazy.
This is disgusting.
Why is Ja Morant up there?
I don't know. Oh wait, why is Jokic there too? That's so weird. But yeah, like if I was to put a bet on any team missing the playoffs, of course I would have to put the Pelicans there. Of course, you might have to put maybe the Minnesota Timberwolves, or actually the Pelicans, Dallas, and then I put the Kings. And
it's tough, man. There's like 10 teams that should make the playoffs this year.
Yeah,
at least one. There's gonna be somebody who doesn't make it because of injury, and after that, someone's gonna get very unlucky. We didn't even name the Clippers yet. If they have a semblance of health, they're obviously gonna be a playoff team. Like
exactly,
crazy stacked year for the West.
And it's like the Sacramento Kings. If I remember correctly, I don't remember this team having many injuries last season. Like the only major injuries that happened were in the playoffs. De'Aaron Fox had a fucked up pinky, and obviously Sabonis got his chest stomped out. So other than that, they were clean as hell throughout the entire regular season. So it's like at the end of the day,
missed a little bit of time towards the end with the hand, but it wasn't anything major.
Yeah. So some team has to make it, and sadly, in this video, they're going to be outed.
No, I think it's fair. I think, like you said, it's difficult, and they deserve respect after last year. But also, they're still the Kings, so like if you got to pick somebody, it's like maybe I'll just say they're gonna be the frauds. Like I don't know, like
yeah,
it's hard. Like who else? You're not gonna pick the Warriors to drop out. Everyone's thinking Anthony Edwards is making an ascension. The Timberwolves are a popular team for people to say are gonna be sneaky good. Same thing with the Thunder, which realistically they might be the one that actually doesn't make it if somebody has to be the chopping block. But it's tough. So I respect this take.
Okay, yeah. Listen. Well, I'm staying on with the Beam team. I'm staying with the Beam team this year. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. I think that they're actually pretty good, so I'm gonna stay with them.
Yeah, I mean they're all good though. That's the problem. It's a lot of fucking good teams out there.
Okay, I don't think they're fraudulent. I'll say that.
If you had to pick somebody like this, none of these teams are like this. It's crazy. Well, in a couple of weeks we're gonna do our power rankings of each Eastern Conference and Western Conference team, which will be like our pseudo standings. I'm going to be in hell. I don't know how I'm going to do this.
I already came to a decision who I'm outing, but I cannot release it in this video. Y'all got to wait.
Stay tuned. All right, Donovan, what's your next take?
All right, we're going to stay in the West. A hot take. I do not care about the suspension. The Memphis Grizzlies are going to have the number 1 seed.
Ooh,
wow.
I respect that.
I think that the Grizzlies over the last 2 years have shown us that they can win regular season games at a high clip without Ja Morant. Ja missed 21 games last year. They went 11-10, 500. If I know that ties
not as good as the year prior.
No, it wasn't. But if you're the Grizzlies and you have Marcus Smart there, veteran leader, still who could play very good defense for them, and at least to start the season, Marcus Smart, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., you have a very good defensive infrastructure there. We all anticipate like an offensive leap for Desmond Bane a little bit in Ja's absence. So they've been the 2nd seed each of the last 2 years. So even like when they were playing really well without Ja, and whenever they were just like mid without Ja, they find a way to win games no matter the situation. And so I think that being the number 1 seed is very much in contention for them. And whenever Ja does come back, he's going to be the battery that they need, and they are going to go and get the number 1 seed.
For sure. I just think about it like their standard 1-5 pick and roll defense, Marcus Smart on ball, Steven Adams defending the pick and roll with Jaren Jackson as the help side guy from the corner. That's incredibly difficult to score against. That gives you such a high defensive floor. You put in some competent wings who can match up with the top wings in the league. They're going to be, no matter what, a solid team every night.
Absolutely. I agree. In order for this to actually come into fruition, which I wouldn't say this is absolutely outlandish, but Desmond Bane, like I think last season or last episode that we talked about, he probably has to have an all-star season in order to come true. And then to double up, Jaren Jackson Jr. has to do the exact same thing, probably even a little bit better. And Zaire Williams, who's like...
Got a rebound?
he got to rebound, be consistent, don't foul out, and all the other shit. And Zaire Williams, who had a down year compared to his rookie season, which was actually pretty good, he needs to fill in those shoes and be the solidified starter, and surpass what they used to have, which is Dillon Brooks, which can't be too hard. You know what I'm saying? But also Marcus Smart has to snap. Marcus Smart has to be efficient and be facilitator.
I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot. That didn't even factor into my mind that Dillon Brooks is not there to waste 15 shots a night for them. They're going to be so much more efficient. Oh my goodness. I love this take now. This is one of my favorite takes. This is going to be great. They're going to be awesome.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, man, they're going to be good for sure. I'm not going to go as far as I'm not going to predict the 1 seed because, the Nuggets exist and I don't see them taking the foot off the gas. But it won't be shocking if last year's 2 seed becomes the 1 seed. Like, that would be very, very plausible.
And they were the 2 seed by like 2 games. They were like 2 games back of the Nuggets. Imagine if Ja doesn't do what he does and he's there for the extra 13 games that he missed. Like, they very much could have made a push towards the 1 seed towards the end of the year.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, and I don't think that I want to say I almost said John Morant's going to have like an MVP type season, but obviously he's immediately eliminated from all those discussions, quite literally. I think that he's going to have a fantastic season, and he might. I think he averaged 26 last season or whatever. He might have a 30-point season.
Whew. It's hard to make that jump from 26 to 30. That's a very high. It's harder than you think. It's not just a matter of like taking more shots. It's difficult to be that level of score consistently, but again, I can see it.
Not bad. Is it?
I'll do my next one.
There we go.
Back to me. Jumping back to the Eastern Conference, we're gonna go with the Raptors. Listen, there's been too much positivity here. I think we've all been extremely positive with these takes. It's time to shit on a franchise. I'm sorry, Raptors fans. I think they're gonna be a bottom 5 team in the East and end up tanking to close the year out. Masai is finally gonna make trades.
We all believe it.
Yeah, Masai is finally gonna be forced to make trades. He's gonna have to trade his son OG Anunoby or Pascal Siakam. Something's going to get done because this team is going to be tanking for whoever's at the top of next year's draft.
Man, I love to see it because Masai Ujiri has... I almost genuinely want to believe that he is washed. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt for some weird reason because of the weird track record history or whatever, but this team is nothing. You know what I'm saying? You have no future. You're just in the middle of nowhere and you have no true plans. You know what I'm saying? I think you're just doing Scotty Barnes a major disservice if he is your end-all be-all potential franchise player by continuously having him play with Pascal Siakam, who in some senses can be redundant and not help amplify the skills that, you know what I'm saying, he's supposed to be really good at. So I agree.
Yeah, I just think there's no world where Siakam is a Raptor by the end of the trade deadline. Media Day told me everything I need to know. They talked so much about certain players on the team last year were selfish. We got to play differently. And they clearly just were not prioritizing their best player. He's going to 100% be traded. And yeah, it's going to be a whole new look team next year.
You know what? And to go ahead and dive right back into the Western Conference, the Utah Jazz, my hot take for them is they will trade for the next disgruntled star this season.
This fucking picture's on the screen. Doggy trying to dive.
This is crazy. This is so crazy.
No, I've never seen this before.
For the audio listeners, it's this meme that's going around of what's his name? The guy
Kevin
that plays
James.
Ball Cup.
Kevin James.
The meme of him shrugging. It's a picture of Masai Ujiri's face on the body.
But it's wild because he low-key looks like Kevin James, and it just looks like a blackface picture.
You know who he also looks like, bro? He looks like fucking... Y'all ever seen That's So Raven? He looks like Corey Maxey or whatever his name is, too.
It's the round head. What was your take for the Jazz? You said they're going to trade for the next
star? Speaking of the Utah Jazz, you know what I'm saying? They're going to go ahead and trade for the next disgruntled star, whether it be this regular season or as soon as the offseason ends. And I don't know what the point might be, but if they go ahead, they might be cooking something with having Lowry play the 3 and also trading for someone like Pascal Siakam for whatever vision. So I don't know if that moves anything for them, but it is an interesting move, and they just have an abundant amount of picks, and I'm not sure how high Pascal Siakam trade value will be, you know what I'm saying? So they may be able to strong arm them and just do something interesting.
Yeah, listen, I think Keontae George might be their point guard of the future. They have a big forward. They have a center. Listen, if a 2-3 type of guy becomes available in the trade market, I can see them being all over it. It's exactly what they need.
Listen, they're going to go out. They're going to get Paul George. Right?
That'd be cool.
According to most hot take, they're getting Paul George.
That'd be cool. I almost wanted to say for my hot take, Keontae George is going to be the best Utah Jazz point guard ever. But that wasn't fun enough.
That'd be great. All right, you can run the next one. Who you got, Donovan?
All right. Listen, we're gonna do some positivity here. The Charlotte Hornets are making the playoffs.
I like it. I'm very pro Hornets this year.
They're gonna make the playoffs. Last week, everybody thought that I was so anti LaMelo Ball. They think that I don't like him. I happen to like LaMelo Ball very, very much.
Cap.
That is not true. I just think that there are some things that listen. We can get to that at a later time.
You call him a playoff choker after year 2.
I'm saying the TikToks are still there.
It's sprinkles. It's just sprinkles of choking. Okay, there's been 2 big games. There's been 2 big games that the Hornets have had to play in the play-in tournament. They've lost by 30 in each of them. Okay, and Melo has sucked in both of those games. Okay, come on now. Okay, anyways. I think that LaMelo Ball is a very good player. I think that the Hornets are getting a lot of pieces back. They ended up, right? Like LaMelo missed a bunch of games last year and they won like 27 games. They're going to get him back. Miles Bridges is back in the fold, right? Exactly. We'll see another arrest warrant. Another arrest warrant got put out today. We'll see Brandon Miller's coming into the fold. But their defense,
Scary Terry, don't fucking forget him.
You know I can't forget him. That's my guy. But like their defense at the end of last season was very inspiring, and I think that now also Kelly Oubre is gone, but I think that kind of makes the offense a little bit more well-rounded. They had some inklings of like a very competent team last year, and so I just think that like some teams at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, like the Raptors, who as you just mentioned are going to fall out. There's space for them to get into the playoffs. I think that they do.
I agree. Listen, we know Terry Rozier is a good combo guard to play next to the LaMelo and do some of that off-dribble scoring. So you have 2 competent ball handlers that can do that. Brandon Miller slots in nicely at the 3. Miles Bridges is going to be there doing Miles Bridges things. Mark Williams is their center of the future. The lineup makes sense now, and you can see a vision where these people keep taking steps, and this can eventually be a at least solid competitive team. They're not just going to be a dumpster fire every year. Like a lot of people look at them last year and assume they're just like in hell, like they were like the Blazers of last year. And it's not the case at all. That's what happens whenever your star player misses a bunch of time and your other star player is a delinquent who's kicked out of the league for a year. So you're going to be trash.
Yeah, exactly. That is true. I don't know if I believe in the whole playoff talk, but I definitely do indeed see them being like a 35, 38 win-ish team, and if they do that is a W of a season compared to what they were over the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So I can agree with that. Brandon Miller needs to absolutely ball out, and also another X factor is Gordon Hayward just simply has to, be healthy.
He's not an X factor. He's gonna miss 35 games this year, like he does every year.
He doesn't matter. We don't care about Gordon Hayward.
He's honestly not even a constant. He's really like a constant piece at this point. You know that you are going to miss 2 months of Gordon Hayward every single season. So, yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Cool.
Wow.
Oh my God! Look at this thing that Nikhil pulled up. He pulled up an old Mo tweet. He made a video where he said LaMelo and Miles Bridges is the new CP3 and Blake Griffin.
No, listen, this is out of context. I was clickbaiting. I was talking when I made this video. This was me going off the dome like, yo, they might be the closest thing to Lob City. And I was comparing that.
How is that picture out of context then?
Listen,
you literally equated them to Lob City and then said, yeah, I was comparing them to Lob City. Yeah, what are we misconstruing here?
Simply Lob City. That's it. None of the success, none of the chemistry building that they've done or anything like. Bro, they had success. Let's not lie. Let's not act like this is.
They were second round exits every year.
That's success for this organization. We're talking about the Clippers here. You think we talking about the Lakers?
Okay. All right. Next.
This is before. Yeah. Let me not even get into that. But go ahead.
All right. My next team is the Oklahoma City Thunder. My hot take for them is they're gonna have 2 All-Stars this year.
Let's go. I
don't know who the second one's gonna be. Could be Giddey. Could be J-Dub. Could be Chet. I think all 4 of them are eventually gonna be near all-star level players. Maybe Giddey doesn't quite take the scoring leap and he's just like a great starter, maybe not quite all-star level. I don't know. But out of those 3 guys, one of them is going to make a leap, probably 2 of them, and I think one of those leaps happens this year.
I'm with it,
man.
I'm with it. I think the Thunder are going to be really good. I think that they make that leap. I think, listen, you want to talk about hot takes for the Thunder? They're going to be top 6 this year.
Ooh,
that's hot.
The Thunder are going to be out of the play-in race, and they are going to have a legitimate spot in the playoffs this year.
Graduating, nice.
Yes, I am on the Thunder bandwagon this year.
Man, if this happens, Josh Giddey has to be like Bob Cousy, bro. Like he has to be what you envision Bob Cousy being in the year 2023, 2024. Gonna be snapping. He's gonna be hitting you with all the most basic, simple moves. Doesn't have a hesitation to memory, bro. He's just gonna hoop, run straight line drives, and all that. He knows his angles.
I think the most likely All-Star League caliber player is J-Dub. I think that would be the least surprising one. Then Chet, if he somehow became a rookie All-Star, which is always unlikely.
Yeah.
Then Giddey.
I fucking love
one
J-Dub.
One of them's making
dude.
that leap. I don't know which one.
I was watching a J-Dub podcast, and he was talking about how in the middle of the season, I believe he had some type of facial injury and he had to wear a mask after his second game in the NBA, and his vision was completely fucked for the rest of the year. And now that he has his vision back and he can actually see clearly on the court, things might be actually scary. Yeah, that actually helps surprisingly. So that's not out of all those players, it would shock me if J-Dub was to do it, but I'd be really happy if it happened.
Yeah, let's just say I'm drafting J-Dub in fantasy this year.
Okay, go ahead. All right, let me go ahead and we're staying in the Western Conference. We're going to the Golden State Warriors. More positivity, shockingly. We will see all NBA Clay back this season.
No, the fuck we won't.
Listen.
That's not a hot take. That's not a hot take. That's a bad take. That's
wow.
How many years has he been all NBA in his career?
Has he ever?
I don't know. I think twice or 3 times.
Let me see. Klay Thompson.
I could be lying.
Okay, no, he's 2-time All NBA. You're right.
There we go.
It was probably like 2015, 2016.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane.
It's a hot ass take.
Please tell me why.
One of my only reasons to saying this is because of the new element of playmaking that Chris Paul brings to the table. I think Klay's going to get a lot of different looks, a lot of looks that he isn't used to, and a lot of looks that'll, tack on a few extra points on the board. Now, this could be a bad thing. He could be shooting the shit out that motherfucker and shoot them out of games like he's done over the past. But hey, at the same time, this could be a good thing. It's a hot take. What do you expect? Do I believe it? Kinda. Third team All NBA, I wouldn't be mad at it.
You said All-Star Klay. I'm like, okay, it's possible. Wiggins made it a few years ago. Klay can get back in there. The fan vote for the Warriors is insane. They have the whole K-pop community behind them. All NBA, that shit don't matter. The K-pop fans are not voting for All NBA.
One of the 15 best players in the league. That's Klay Thompson right now. To you.
Let's see this comeback, Klay.
I hope for prosperity for Klay Thompson, just because it'd be cool to see him back on top again. I'm not holding my breath though.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, man. Donovan, what you got?
All right, we're going to go to the Atlanta Hawks.
Nice.
I think the Atlanta Hawks are going to have a top 5 offense this year.
Wow.
Top 5 offense?
Look at you coming around.
Not last year. They were top 7. They were top 7.
Okay.
For the whole year. But
that shit isn't hot. They were like top 3 the 2 years before that. Say top 1 with your chest.
They'll be top 3. That's as far as I'll go. That's as far as I'll go. But they will have one of the best offenses in the league. And post All-Star break, after Quinn Snyder got hired, they were cooking offensively. And last year, Trae Young had his second worst 3-point shooting season of his career. And the only year that was worse was his rookie year. I think his 3-point shot comes back. I think with everything that Quinn Snyder is bringing, the offense is going to be a lot more fluid. Now that John Collins is out of there, people are going to know exactly like where to be. And there's not like this clunkiness that has been there for the last couple of years isn't going to be there. Bogey's coming back because he was hurt a lot last year.
Yeah.
They're going to be good and they're going to be cooking. And so I think that offensively, at least, they're going to have a majority of the answers every single night.
I like it. I like this. Yeah, I think we're in for a humongous Trae Young season. Huge bounce back year after his reputation just went down the toilet last year for some fair, some over the top reasons. But yeah, I think that's, I would almost lock them in for a top 5 offense. 3, I think is very likely.
Yeah, I mean, naturally just common, I don't want to say common sense, but this is the right thing to go ahead and guess because of the type of coach that Quinn Snyder is and the type of offense, free flow offense that he likes to run. And if anyone has watched Hawks interviews, which I don't expect you to, if you do, what is wrong with you? You might be a Hawks fan. Trae Young has been emphasized to shoot a whole lot of threes. Spacing has been emphasized and off-ball movement as a whole. Now, I'm not going to say that Trae Young's going to be looking like prime Steph, running around screens and all that other stuff. But to see 5% more of that is a blessing in disguise, you know what I'm saying? And so with the spacing alone and just shooting more threes, taking away a lot of just random 2s, mathematically, there's no way that they don't end up being at least a top 5. I really want to say top 3 offense in the entire NBA.
Yeah, cool. I think this is, of all the takes, I would put this one at the top of most likely so far.
Dope.
All right, my next one. All right, book club guys, grab something next to you, settle in. My hot take for the Brooklyn Nets this year is by the time the season's over, Ben Simmons is going to be their best player.
All right.
Flat out. You're asking for a lot if Ben Simmons is flat out.
I don't care.
You want to be disappointed.
No, I'm not going to write him off. Injuries take time to recover from. Back injuries that make you miss an entire season. A lot of rust to be shaken off. I think what we see in the preseason, what we've heard all summer, physically he's going to be back to the level he was before. If not right away, by the All-Star break, he'll look like old Ben Simmons. And I think with all the baggage of the Philly stuff behind him, all the pressure of a KD and Kyrie team off of his shoulders, he's going to be the most free we've probably ever seen him in his career. There's almost no expectations on him. And we always say that it's like mental stuff behind him too and confidence issues. Whether that be true or not, this is the best scenario for him to be free of those issues and just go out there and ball like we know he can. And I don't see any reason to think that he won't do it this year.
Isaac went ahead. He went ahead and saw those 10 straight free throws and he was like, oh yeah, he's so back.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding.
That triple single is going to hit. That's going to be great.
It's also like, I don't think it's that hard to be better than Mikal Bridges. I think we've propelled him really high. I think that's an attainable best player in the league best player in your team to pass up. So I think if he's a low-level all-star again, it'll be Ben Simmons' team.
Nah, I disagree.
I don't think.
I'm not with it. I just don't see the vision. I think that Ben Simmons has a lot to do in order to be like their best player, and that team already is like clunky, and so I don't see like unless he improves in like his offensive like scoring skills, especially like from the perimeter and stuff like. I'm not with it. I can't see it.
Yeah. Well, a big reason that he was bad last year was clearly health issues. Him driving to the rim, he didn't have the fluidity in his hips. He couldn't get low and get past people. He just looked real stiff, you know? Again, as expected when you miss a whole season with a back injury. And I think that's the one thing we've seen in the first preseason game is that looks completely back. He's moving fast, getting downhill, driving his hips, turning around defenders, going to the rim. And I think that alone is going to make him a competent player again. Even if he's not quite as good, if he has the ability to drive to the rim and be an effective scorer again and then use that rim gravity to use his passing more, that alone is going to make him far better than he was last year.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is one of the better takes on this list. If you watch Ben Simmons, it's preseason. Okay, can't take it to heart. But if you watched him during preseason, he looked so much more aggressive simply because he looks a lot more healthy and also looks like whatever mental kinks that he claimed to have or whatever a couple years ago, they're gone. You know what I'm saying? And so if the Brooklyn Nets do have some type of success this season and are fighting for their 8th seed lives or 7th seed lives or whatever it might be, Ben Simmons will 110% be back. Now, what does back look like? I don't think it might not be all-star Ben Simmons, but I would expect a tier below that. And 100%. Being the best player on the Brooklyn Nets, go ahead.
Yeah, 100%. If they're a good team again, it'll be because of Ben Simmons. If you're predicting they're going to make a leap and be competent post Kyrie and KD saga, it'll be because of him and him alone. There's no other swing factor that's going to make them a great team besides him.
Yeah, exactly. I think Mikal Bridges is the player that he is. I know the only thing that could help him reach another notch is adding an element of playmaking, but I just simply don't think that's his bag, and that's completely fine too. It doesn't have to be his bag, shouldn't be his bag. That's Ben Simmons' bag, and having someone who is a driver in the paint and commands so much attention because of how big, fast he is, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard to neglect that,
Yep.
No, I'm gonna say on the side.
You just don't like it.
Listen,
no, I don't. I don't like him. I don't like him. I'm not buying stock in Ben Simmons this year, and he's gonna have to be an all-star for me, to believe that he's back. I just don't see it.
Listen.
Yeah, he's gonna have to move hell on earth for you to be like, "Yep, good player." Listen, no matter what, he's gonna be trash too.
Exactly.
I said on Twitter,
he can average 15. Exactly. He can average 15 and 10. No all-star appearance? Trash. I need that validation.
I said on Twitter, I will go ahead and buy some Ben Simmons stock, and I caught the meanest, not even straight. He shot my heart, bro. He said, this dude said, yo, if I'm buying Ben Simmons stock, I think he said something like, I'm going to go bankrupt or some shit like that with my rat ass infested home, bro. It was fucking crazy.
That's a wild tweet. Yeah, man. You can buy the Ben Simmons stock now. Listen, I bought that shit last year. It's been burning a hole in my pocket. I refuse to sell. I'm holding the line. I'm keeping it all.
Nah, that's up to crypto. That's NFTs right there.
Crypto NFTs. Oh, man, that's funny.
Give me the Ben Simmons Yacht Club. I'll buy all the NFTs.
Oh, man.
All right, Mo, what's your next take?
So, staying
halfway through
in the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's my hot take, and I semi-believe it, and then I also semi-don't, but I'm leaning towards semi-believing it, bro. So take that for whatever you will. No. Evan Mobley will not reach his full potential as long as Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are there doing what they do.
What?
Now, when it comes to this is a flex hot take because it's entirely dependent on what you believe Evan Mobley's potential is. If you ever think that he's going to be a 20-point per game scorer or a 22-point per game scorer, then this hot take probably is for you. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't think that's in his bag and he's just simply like a insane defender, one of the best defenders in the NBA, then, you know what I'm saying, this take really doesn't move you whatsoever. But I believe that from what he's shown in college and the flashes that he showed before Donovan Mitchell was there, he had 20-point per game ceiling. But because of what I see when it comes to his free throw percentage, the shot not being as consistent as I would like, and overall it being deprioritized in my mind, I don't see Evan Mobley ever ascending to the player that I thought he could be. But that's completely fine because he's a fucking insane on the defensive end.
I disagree. I don't care if he scores 19 points per game. I'll know it's because there's two high usage guards next to him. But I think he'll still be the level of player you want him to be, regardless if the counting stats are there. And like you said, it comes down to that jump shot and whether or not he's ever able to fully develop that. But I think if he does do that, so he can play alongside those guards and Jared Allen effectively, then I think those two guards are the perfect fit for him as a forward that doesn't need to be the main creator and can focus on his defensive skills. I think that's the best duo you could possibly hope for him.
Yeah, I think for him, reaching his potential is just not getting destroyed on the boards in a playoff series. If he can just just man up and get these playoff rebounds, he'll be okay. If Mitchell Robinson cannot throw him around, he'll be all right.
But it's not even just that. He does have to have an effective 3-point shot. Yeah. At least average, or even just a deep midi, something that there's some modicum of spacing in that front court. That has to happen.
Yeah.
21% last year from 3? Disgusting.
Yeah, non-factor.
Yeah, exactly. And because of that, they're probably going to have to eventually trade Jared Allen and kind of bend their roster probably for the better. And until that happens, or until Evan Mobley develops his shot, they're probably going to be stuck in the exact same range as there are right now.
Well, he can either get a shot and play the 4 or eventually bulk up and be able to play the 5, which that's just a matter of time. It just takes time to develop that body for somebody with his frame. So I would lean towards the shot if I was him.
Let's see it, Evan.
All right, Donovan, what's your next one?
All right. Listen, Jalen Green is winning Most Improved Player this year.
Wow.
He's taking that jump. I think that Jalen Green is really good. And I think that a lot of the players on the Rockets have been done dirty by the way that they've ran that organization over the last couple of years. And the fact that Udoka is going to come in here, they brought in adults and they brought in somebody who can actually coach, and they're going to have structure to everything that they do. You're going to see Jalen Green in his best form, which is go get buckets, right? You don't have to run the entire offense. Every action doesn't have to go through you. You're also not going to have the opportunity to just go on the wing and dribble like we're playing 21 at LA Fitness. Fred VanVleet is going to run point. We're going to have that. You're going to have other options to space the floor, to give your offense some versatility. I just need you to go out there and be, bucket getter, highlight maker. And I think that he can do that. And he's going to average over 20 points this year. He's going to be as efficient as he's ever been in his career. And this is going to be the best we've ever seen Jalen Green.
Wow.
I like that. What's the betting odds? Is he one of the top guys for it?
He's plus 5,000. He's 50-1. He has the same odds as Devin Vassell.
Okay. So that means he's very far down the list?
Yeah. There's several guys ahead of him.
Okay. Plus 5,000. Damn. What do you think, Mo?
I was going to say, just real quick thoughts on that. I like it because I feel like Jalen Green now is in the territory to where he is almost becoming a forgettable NBA player. Because NBA moves just so fast and there's always something new and shiny to look at. It was the Zions of the world, and then there was the Jaws of the world, and then there's the LaMelos, and now it's like Wemby, Anthony Edwards and shit like that. And at some point in time, Jalen Green is over here having fake beef with Cade Cunningham over, should be the number 1 overall pick, to playing just pure LA Fitness basketball because of him. And also the situation that he was in, head coach is not that good and all that. But if he doesn't make this leap like you're calling, Donovan, then I feel like he will be a movable piece in the future.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Certainly. Yeah. It's definitely a make or break year, but I think he's going to make it. I just think that having the best situation that he's had since he's come into the league is going to help a lot. And I'm expecting a lot of really good things from Jalen Green.
I love it. Him and Amen are the future.
Facts.
Yeah, having Fred VanVleet over there just to settle everything down and shit like that will definitely do so much for Jalen Green's development overall.
Like as I said, Amen is crazy. He's gonna be so good.
Shit, if I was you and I had the team, my hot take would have been Amen is gonna be a top 10 NBA player one day. I'm fully on the hype train that Amen is gonna be a superstar. I think he's going to be a rare breed of athleticism and passing ability and defensive ability. I think he's, like I said before, Rajon Rondo with the super soldier serum. I think he's going to be one of the best players in the NBA eventually.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's disgusting. Man. Yeah, that's great.
He's incredible.
You think he could be what prime John Wall was never able to be?
I think his ceiling is much higher than John Wall. I think that's I think he'll be as good as John Wall for sure. I think Amen is going to be fantastic.
I need to see his Dougie before I can jump on that train. I need to see it.
Yeah, and obviously to reach prime John Wall would be a very good outcome for him. It's not guaranteed. I'm being hyperbolic, but I think the ceiling is much higher than that.
Okay. Wow, man.
Just because John Wall's game was with speed and athleticism, Amen immediately a better athlete than John Wall ever was, I think. People are going to find out that his ability, his speed isn't just he's fast. It's the short burst he's able to do from any movement style, coming off of screens, pick and rolls, obviously transition. The way he goes, the acceleration is the big thing. He goes from 0 to 100 in the tightest spaces. It's like John Morant with his leaping ability, where 1 minute he's running, next moment he's at the fucking rim. That's how Amen is with his.
I can agree with that. Slow down just a little bit because you're making John Wall sound like a fucking slouch. But I can agree with that. I do think. You're giving it a little bit too much violence. I agree with you, but like let's relax just a little bit.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with John Wall. It's not a disservice to him. I just think Amen, if everything goes right for him with that frame, he'll be a better player. But obviously, there's a world where it doesn't go right, and John Wall's better.
Wow, man!
Right, is it my turn?
Wall.
Yeah,
I believe it's your turn.
All right, next one. Not a hot take, but for the Nuggets, I think Jokic wins his third MVP this year, which puts him in rarefied air. Not a hot take because Jokic can win an MVP like any year. It's not surprising. The guy who was finished second last year and first 2 years before that, it was not incredibly unlikely. He'll be near the top of the voting regardless. But I think it's hard for players these days to get a third MVP because of voter fatigue and everything. We saw him get robbed of it last year. But I don't get the sense that he's going to be the type of player to take his foot off the gas. Like, the reason a lot of guys don't get that third MVP is because they stop going for it. Because if you're the type of guy that has two, your team's going to be in championship contention every year. You're going to be trying to make finals runs. So you're probably not that concerned with going out and playing 82 games full throttle. You probably want to save some of yourself for the playoffs. I don't really have that issue with Jokic. I don't think that's ever going to hold him back. I think he's going to just do what he does, and it's not very strenuous for him to play his game. So I think he's always going to be in those conversations because his floor is ridiculously high.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good take.
Yeah, it's a solid take.
That's all I have to say. Like, what am I going to say? Like, no, Jokic isn't going to be like a top 5 MVP vote. Like, he's going to be there.
But I'm just saying he's going to be one. He's going to win, like, for sure.
Even then,
that makes it hot.
The media is on his side now. He's proven to be one of the greatest centers of all time now. And when it comes to him just adding more jewelry and tacking on ass shit, like I think it's pretty much almost written that he will be.
It was very hard to make a good take for the Nuggets.
Yeah,
it was very difficult to find a take for this team. Everybody loves them, so there's no way you can be hyperbolic, and I'm not going to predict anything negative. So like, there wasn't much places to go.
Listen, I got a take for you. If you don't have one for the Nuggets, I got one for the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker will score 90 points this season.
What the fuck?
Now look, I cannot have that many hot takes for the Phoenix Suns. I'm not going to sit in a game. Yes, in a game. I'm saying it. Now I'm standing on this.
NBA?
Maybe overtime. Maybe overtime in this thing. Maybe overtime. But over the last few years, we've seen, of course, Devin Booker scored 71 or 70 points. Just in 2016 or 17, I believe. And last year we witnessed Damian Lillard score 71 and Donovan Mitchell scored 71 too. We've never seen two players go off in the same exact season. And I think Devin Booker, he has the space for it, obviously the offensive talent and all that other stuff. And if we were to see anyone go off for 90, he's on the short list of players who have that ability to go ahead and do that. It's a hot take, man.
All right.
Someone
got it.
Someone got to bring up the points, bro. Someone got to bring it up. And if I will do it, trust me, I will deliver.
All right,
great.
You got it.
Great take. I don't even know what to even say about that. I hope so. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What's your next one, Donovan?
All right, we're gonna go to the East. We're gonna go to the Washington Wizards, specifically with Jordan Poole. Okay. So I think that Jordan Poole has like a really good chance, and this is a hot take. I think that Jordan Poole has a really good chance to win the skills competition at All-Star Weekend.
This is now we are in the deep end, folks. We talking about scoring 90 and winning all-star skills competitions. Holy shit.
We do it. This is why we play the game.
Listen, I think that if Jordan Poole really put his mind to it, he could sign up for the skills competition. And he can weave and throw the best bounce passes that we've ever seen. He can put himself on the map.
God.
I think that the Wizards would be very happy, and that would be the highlight of their season, because this team is going to be in hell for 6 months straight. You have Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma and Tyus Jones as your big three. Listen, shout out to y'all. Those three, you guys are solid players. The rest of the team, you guys are going to be going back and forth from the Wizards to the G League affiliate. This team is not going to be very well. And I think that Jordan Poole winning the skills competition is going to be like, that's their only hope for like yay, we did something this year. So that's my hot take.
I pray to God he signs up so we can pull this clip out in 7 months. This is going to be hilarious.
That is hilarious.
That's great, man. Let's just move on.
All right, Isaac. Please save me.
Team, my hot take for the Philadelphia 76ers is that by the start of next season, Joel Embiid will not be on the team.
We know that.
Yep.
We know that.
He is out of there. The James Harden situation is not going to go well. The best they can hope for is to get a decent return of role players and get to the point where they can rely on Tyrese Maxey to make a leap and they can still be a competent top 3 or 4 seed in the East because of the strength of Joel Embiid having another MVP caliber season. That's very possible. But if that were to happen, no matter how good of a season they have, they're not going to win the finals with a lack of a supporting star next to Joel Embiid. And if that's the case and they can't make that run for the clear reason that they don't have a second guy, and there's a clear reason to believe there's no path to getting that second guy, I don't see why Joel Embiid wouldn't request a trade. He doesn't strike me as the ride or die guy that's going to stick around for a quasi rebuild till they can find him somebody else in whatever mechanism they have. He's going to be out of there.
Yeah,
I agree. He's been very open about how much he wants to win a championship, and he's like, "Listen, if it's not here in Philly, then I'm gonna have to go somewhere else and do it. But I want to win a championship, so that's very much on his mind." And yeah, there's only so many second round exits somebody can endure.
Exactly.
Bro, he's pushing 30. Say that, bro. The clock is fucking ticking on his prime.
If I'm the Philadelphia 76ers, I would want him to go ahead and request a trade because at this point, how much more embarrassment can an organization endure year after year after year after year after year, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? So trade Joel Embiid while he's at the peak of his powers, whatever his value might look like when he's 30, 31 years old. You have to expect it's going to be stupid high. He's going to be still one of the 2 best centers in the entire NBA. You can get a pretty good package in return from him, and you can turn this next chapter and start to build around, I don't want to say around Tyrese Maxey because I don't think he's a franchise player, but he's a nice piece to have. You know what I'm saying? So I like this take.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to want to because they're going to be entering a rebuild from stage 1 with not a lot of, there's no young core already existing to build around. Like when the Blazers did it, they already kind of had the beginning of a young core. The 76ers are going to enter a rebuild if they have to trade Joel. It is going to be bleak for many years. And listen, the type of shit you got to deal with these days, they know it better than anybody. But I don't think they're going to be able to avoid it unless a miracle happens.
Well, this man don't believe in Jaden Springer. Are you kidding me?
I hope the mic picked up that goofy ass sneeze that Donovan just did.
I was trying to cover it and put it into my sweater. I think it did. I was trying to be quiet. I was trying to be respectful, right? Man. Mo, what's your take? I'm trying to respect your time.
I appreciate that. All right. So my next take, not that hot, I believe. Well, no, actually, because of you guys' reaction last podcast, it might be hot. For the Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham will be an all-star this year. A lot has to fucking happen in order for Cade to go ahead and reach those feats. Of course, he has to be better, but the Detroit Pistons have to be pushing playing, bro, in order for this to happen. And also on top of that, Cade got to be a 24 point per game scorer or something, 23 point per game scorer or something of that nature because the guard depth in the Eastern Conference is disgusting. Damian Lillard just got thrown into that conference. Yeah. It's hard, man.
Yeah, I don't see it. Like you said, you would be surprised if we did. Correct. Not happening. And it's not last episode we talked about Cade, and I said last year he wasn't particularly good before he got hurt. For his standards, obviously being number 1 pick, he's a good player. He's Cade Cunningham. I'm confident that he'll be of all-star caliber this year. If you told me he averages 22 and 8, I can see that. It's just the team's gonna suck ass, and there's no world I think where the second worst team in the East gets an all-star bid when we have people like Paolo, maybe Franz Wagner, maybe another player on the Hawks if they're good this year. Maybe DeJounte can make an actual push if they're going to be actually a good team. There's so many other people that are going to be ahead of the garbage bin teams at the bottom of the East.
Yeah. Regardless of the fact, though, I think Cade is going to have a fantastic season.
I agree.
And it's a bounce back year for him.
Yeah. He'll make all-star. He'll be an all-star caliber player. I think that's a good take.
For sure.
All right. Cool. My next take. The Dallas Mavericks are going to be 500 at best. That is their ceiling.
You're betting against them again?
Their ceiling is 41 and 41.
Their ceiling is 41.
That's the hot take. That's the hot take for the Mavericks is that their ceiling is 41-41 and that they will be under 500
breaks
again.
Right. They're touched by God himself. The world is on their side. They win 41 games.
Listen. Maybe they can get to 42-40. Who knows? But I'm looking at this roster, and once again, Dwight Powell is their starting center, right? Once again,
Derek Lively probably.
Yeah, it's Derek Lively.
True.
That's train wreck.
So we'll see.
Train wreck.
It's either a rookie or Derek or Dwight Powell. So that depth and that question is still there. I think Luka and Kyrie's fit is awesome, and they're going to be great. They're going to be great offensively, but like their big offseason win was Grant Williams, and like I think that's like very helpful for them. I think that he's going to be a positive player for them, but it's still Grant Williams, just a solid role player, nothing crazy. And I don't know where the defense on this team is going to come from. Your backcourt of Luka and Kyrie is also not an outstanding defensive unit. I don't see the pieces for them to be great. If I had to bet on a team missing the play-in, I think they might miss the play-in again.
It's not a bad take.
Listen, there's a lot of teams out there, so I can
exactly.
Somebody has to be mid. Somebody has to be mid. And there's only one team out there that we've seen be mid consistently for the entire 11 games they've been together. So it's not outlandish.
It's there. Also, Mavs fans hate Jason Kidd as a coach. Like, let's see how good of a coach Jason Kidd can be. I can
answer that for you already. Not good.
Exactly.
Not good. Never has been.
Exactly. So I think what we're gonna get this year is just another year of like, hey, can Luka score 35 and 12 every single night and have a good attitude while doing it so that vibes are not terrible? I think that that's a lot to ask. So yeah, they're mid.
Yeah, that's not bad. I want to listen. We'll see what happens when it shakes out when we do our episode probably next week, ranking each team and essentially giving our seeds. I want to say I'm going to put the Mavs higher, but again, a lot of good teams. I don't know. Like, can I rank them above the Clippers for everything we know wrong with the Clippers? Assuming they have decent health, can I rank the Mavs above them? I don't know.
It's hard to go against someone like Kawhi, who went ahead.
I can think of 5 teams at least that are instantly better than the Clippers.
Let's not leak it. Let's not leak our next video, bro. But regardless of the fact, it is very hard to go against Donovan's argument, considering they got a rookie center by the name of Derek Lively, who wasn't fantastic when he played for Kentucky or Duke, I believe. One of those two. I forget. Who wasn't like OD impressive, but I love his potential. You know what I'm saying? And relying on Maxi Kleber. Like, I've never seen an organization rely on he's a good role player, but I've never seen an organization rely on someone as much as they rely on Maxi Kleber. So it's going to be a tough scene for them. And, man, I'm going to pray for you, Mavericks.
They need their 2-star players to be capital S stars and mesh 100% and like carry them hard and be available consistently, which is always a question with Kyrie Irving. Even outside of the personal reasons, he gets hurt a lot. So I don't know. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, Jason Kidd also needs to open his fucking eyes and see the talent that they have in Josh Green.
Shot into the sun. He's get fired.
Oh God!
Ruin his career needs to be over. He needs to be no longer a head coach.
Yeah,
he has never been a good head coach in any stop he's been in. He was terrible with Milwaukee. Wasted Giannis for a few years in his development. And for some reason, him being an assistant coach with the Lakers when they won a championship just tricked the world into giving him another chance. I don't understand it.
Jason Kidd must be a really good guy.
That's my take for the Mavs. They are not going to be a prosperous team this year.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Moving on. My turn.
It's your turn.
I'm going to go to the Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
Not that hot of a take. Not one we need to be discussing. Well, I guess it is, but I think the Indiana Pacers will be a top 5 seed in the East this year.
Nice.
Last year, before Tyrese Halliburton got hurt, they were the 6th seed. They were cruising. They were good as hell. Tyrese Maxey was obviously on the All-Star path. Made the All-Star team. Did he? Did I make that up?
What's up?
Did Tyrese Halliburton make the All-Star team this last year?
I think so. I think he was just hurt.
Yeah, okay. But anyways, beginning of last year, Tyrese Halliburton proved that he's clearly an all-star caliber player, one of the best passers in the league, highly efficient scorer, can be the engine of your offense. And then Miles Turner was completely unlocked by that. Wasn't an all-star, but among the players that weren't all-star caliber, we can call them like sub-all-stars, as Ben Taylor always says, he was clearly in that tier, fully unlocked as a three-point shooter and attacker at the rim with that passing that Halliburton brought. Just as good of a rim defending season he's ever had. You have Ben Mathurin, who's, listen, you ask Mo, he's going to be Donovan Mitchell one day, but he's going to be a very good player. You still got Buddy Hield. Suddenly you have really good front court depth with Jarris Walker there. Obi Toppin, we all think is going to be a most improved candidate. Aaron Nesmith still providing spacing. Andrew Nembhard, a really good backup point guard. They just have every piece you would want to put into specific roles that you need to be an effective team. They can fill all those archetypes.
I love this take. I'm so happy you said it. If I had the Pacers, I would have said the exact same take. I am extremely high on Indiana for everything that you said. Everything the same. Everything the same.
And
we're the most pro Pacers podcast out.
Yeah,
absolutely. And something that you didn't discuss for obvious reasons too. Buddy Hield is there, and he requested a trade, so they might get something valuable out of him, whether it be a pick or an extra productive player, maybe a 4 because they're unsure of the rookie that they just drafted, and also Obi Toppin, who's a question mark, not a like Stanford MIP or anything like that. So they're a great team.
They got to find a wing defender, and that could be the trade to get one.
Exactly. They're in a fucking great spot. But moving on to the next team in the Eastern Conference, I have the Chicago Bulls. This season, there is no more mid that this organization will be able to take, and Zach LaVine will request a trade.
Ooh, nobody talks about that. Everyone always says they're going to blow it up and have to get rid of the guys by choice. Nobody talks about what happens if Zach LaVine requests a trade. Nobody ever puts him in those conversations. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. When you think about Zach LaVine, he's an all-star talent. Don't believe he's made an all-star once, or has he never made an all-star?
Yeah, he made one. I think 2019, I want to say.
I really don't remember.
Or 2020, one of those years.
Yeah, so forgettable. But Zach LaVine is a great talent, and he is one of the more underrated players in the NBA, has an absolute strap on him, of course. He's one of the best scorers in the NBA, or one of the better scorers in the NBA. Let me stop myself right there. But, for someone of his caliber, there's only so much mid and losing and just wasting of your career that you can do. And this might be the season to where he's like, you know what? I kind of want to win more, and I see this team going absolutely nowhere with no plans. Let me go ahead and put my 2 weeks notice in.
My 2 weeks notice.
That's good.
Should have fire up Indeed.
I'm with you,
man. I like it. That's interesting. I hope it happens for drama reasons, because if they were finally forced to rebuild because somebody asked out, that's like the perfect scenario, because we all know they're not going to do it by their own volition. They love this team. They love being mid. It's their bread and butter.
It's what they do.
I'm with it. Good job. Yeah, we need. Listen, please free the entire NBA world from the shackles of Bulls mid. Please.
Facts. Keep the mid off the streets.
Please.
Yeah.
We don't need it.
All right, my next one. We're gonna jump to my next one. I think that one of CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, or Zion Williamson gets traded this year.
Wow.
Okay, explain. I want to hear this.
Last year, even whenever the Pelicans were rolling, we talked about kind of how they had a lot of cooks in the kitchen. And I think that if Zion stays healthy, it is very clear this is Zion's team. They're going to build around him, and they can get players that fit better around him, maybe on cheaper deals, maybe more players that fit on their timeline. Maybe, Brandon Ingram isn't everything that New Orleans wants out of a player. Like, he's not that much of a franchise cornerstone type of guy. Or let's say that Zion gets hurt again and New Orleans is like, that's it. Like, I'm just done with this. Somebody's going to get moved. They're going to shake it up. I think that they have an opportunity to really put their franchise in a certain direction, and a big trade out of one of those three would help put them in the right direction to go ahead and do that.
Man.
Yeah, I just want to see them have a point guard in this team, just like somebody that can pass over average. They have so many wings now with Trey Murphy and Herb Jones proven to be above average role players and should eventually get big minutes. And Brandon Ingram doesn't need to be traded. He's a great player, but I don't think CJ has a ton of value. You're not going to go out there and get a blue chip piece for him. So I don't know who the point guard is out there that ends up becoming available, if there even is one. But I could see them, sacrificing Ingram at the altar for that.
Bring Demon
Before
home. Get Chris Paul home.
Even entertain trading away either of those three, they have to first and foremost make sure that they get the as close to best fit of a center next to Zion as possible, because there was even times during the preseason game against the Orlando Magic last night, Jonas Valanciunas, although he's expanded his game, he's so much more comfortable closer to the rim, and that's just who he is, and there was times where he would just come to the rim and he would just clog up the fucking paint for Zion, and Zion would awkwardly get blocked, you know what I'm saying? And that's not something that you see too often. And so if they go ahead and make a trade away Jonas Valanciunas and something still doesn't work, then you got to pack something up, and retooling has to happen. And that might be Brandon Ingram simply because he's not the issue, but he's the more valuable piece that is replaceable and movable.
The tough part is, I think they should trade for somebody like Kelly Olynyk to play next to Zion. Perfect offensive fit. It would be crazy. But Zion's not a good defender right now. He's so fucking just blocky when he moves. He just does not have fluidity at all and just gets blown by a lot for somebody who should have good lateral quickness and athleticism with his frame. So that's going to be the case. You need somebody that can defend the rim there, and it's an incredibly tough ask to find somebody who can space the floor and defend the rim.
Yeah.
Brook Lopez, Miles Turner, list ends there. It's extremely difficult.
Yeah, exactly. And if there is someone who is available, they're not going to give 110% give you exactly what you want. But with the position that they're in right now, you can't be too picky. And they might get hassled, and someone might try to strong on them because of all the assets that they have. So they're in a tricky position.
Kelly Olynyk's going to be a Pelican. Call it in.
That would be so hard. Right. Kelly Olynyk's a great passer. He can handle the ball and all that. Of course, he's a stretch five. I'm a fan of his game.
Me too, man. All right, my last team I have, because I gave an extra one to Donovan because I didn't want to do it. Yeah. So he has 11, I have 9. My last team is the Minnesota Timberwolves. For them, I have Jaden McDaniels is going to be their third best player by the end of the year.
Okay. Woo!
I don't know who he's going to pass up. You tell me, but he's going to be better than one of their bigs.
Wow. So it's
I don't know who, because that team. Listen, that duo can go a lot of ways. I don't know who's going to prevail in that power struggle of who's the center to build around. But by the end of the year, Jaden McDaniels is going to prove to be not just one of the best role players in the league, which I think we can put him in those conversations now, kind of the conversation that Mikal Bridges graduated from. I think Jaden McDaniels is firmly already in that. But I think he can make the type of leap to be, is this guy on all-star path soon?
Listen, I like it. I had Jaden McDaniels as my breakout player for the Timberwolves last week. So I think out of the two bigs, and I'm honestly it's not for the bid, not even trying to hate right now, but I do think that Cat would be the one that he would surpass, just because I think that when you talk about the fit for the Timberwolves, I think having Gobert next to Ant fits a little bit better than Cat next to Ant. And so when you start talking about team building, maybe even trading one of those out of the way, Cat would be the one to go. And the defense that McDaniels can provide compared to the defense that Cat does, it's night and day.
Yeah.
So
see, last year when everyone realized the Timberwolves fucked up bad and this had a 0% chance of working, I said that they're probably going to have to trade Karl-Anthony Towns in order to make up for this massive F up. But between the two, which player does Jaden McDaniels have a better chance of being better than? I think it'll probably be Rudy Gobert, because I think Karl-Anthony Towns is just a better individual player. But for what this team needs and how you can recover from such a major F up, they're probably going to have to.
Maybe I end up being right because they trade one of those guys. Maybe it's not even a factor of he's better than one of them. Yeah. Maybe Mo, you're right, and they have to move one, and it ends up either being Cat or Gobert. We'll see. Maybe they know they're not going to get back what they gave up for Gobert, but maybe it has to be Cat, bro.
It has to be Cat. You can't, as an organization, you can't bring Rudy and throw out all those picks and all that just to go ahead and ship him out and try this thing with Karl-Anthony Towns when you know there's 100% chance, there's 110% a future where you can envision Rudy Gobert being the forefront of your defense and the forefront of your team compared to someone like Cat, who has had constant struggles and shit like that. I don't know. I wouldn't want to experience.
They didn't have Ant-Man back then, though. Well, listen, they didn't have Ant-Man before. Ant-Man's a star now. Jamie Daniels might be a low-level all-star eventually. Or probably not. It's probably lofty, but he'll be, like this Joel tweet on here right on the screen right now says, the best 3-and-D player in the league. That's a different equation than what we saw Cat being built around before.
That is true. But I just
like
don't.
it
sucks to get less than you gave up for Gobert, but at a certain point, it's sunk cost, and you can't be held back by being scared of being made fun of for that. You got to do what makes your team better next year, and that might be getting rid of Gobert for whatever you can.
While you can't, but at the same time, my argument for that is that I think Karl-Anthony Towns is more valuable than Rudy Gobert, and that's like also like a part of the logic to where like if you're gonna do something,
he's more valuable for your team too. It goes both ways.
That is kind of debatable.
Something has to change. But listen, maybe it'll click. Maybe like all these checklists that Joel wrote out on the screen right now, maybe that's the key, and maybe they're going to win 50 games. We'll see.
I hope so, man. Please do not bring shame upon my sweet Anthony Edwards. All right.
Mo,
to go ahead and finish
teams,
out.
Right?
No, I got one more. The Milwaukee Bucks, we don't have to really talk about this. Well, we can actually. I think that they will not have a hard time going to the Eastern Conference Finals and also winning the NBA championship. I think they'll win pretty easily, So
okay.
I said it with my chest.
I agree. They're going to win. I think it's going to be them versus the Nuggets in the finals probably, or them versus the Lakers. Don't believe in the Suns. Believe in the Bucks more than the Celtics. I agree. Good take.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an insane fight simply because I need to see the next steps being taken from Tatum. I need to see top 5 Tatum before I, be like, oh, yeah, they're going to struggle against the Milwaukee Bucks and all that, which they might. But with this duo and how I can't really pinpoint weaknesses for this team other than obviously depth or whatever, I think they're going to breeze through.
That's a big weakness.
I think they're going to, I mean, in championship team, whatever, cool, but I think they're going to breeze through.
Other than the second half of your lineup, there's really nothing wrong with it.
No.
Yeah. Other than half your players sucking, it's fine.
Listen, it's a fair take. I think I disagree with the easy part. I do think that Boston is going to give them like a run for their money. But I mean, surprise, surprise, the team with Damian Giannis wins the championship. Like it's not a crazy take at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Can we raise the roof? Is it time?
We got one more team left.
We have two. We have 2 teams left. My first one, the New York Knicks. My hot take is that the Knicks are going to end up with Joel Embiid. They are going to be the ones with Joel Embiid. They missed out on Donovan Mitchell a year ago, especially when Mitchell was saying, when everybody knew that Donovan Mitchell wanted to go to the Knicks. And the package was there, and they didn't go out and they didn't get him. Now, everybody fully expects for Joel Embiid to be the next star to request a trade. Everybody's been saying that the Knicks are monitoring the situation. They are they're keeping an eye out. They are going to be on the short list of teams ready to go get Joel Embiid. They have picks. They have some assets that they can trade, and also, Embiid fits the best with Jalen Brunson. He fits better than a Brunson Donovan Mitchell backcourt, than a Brunson Zach LaVine. I think Joel Embiid is going to be a New York Knick eventually.
I like it. Listen. If we all agree that Joel's gonna be out the door soon, the Knicks are a logical suitor. I'm with it.
Yeah, I can go ahead and see Joel Embiid being the Carmelo Anthony for the New York Knicks and just having consistent repeat second round failures. This is Knicks tradition.
All right, you suck. All right. And after I gave the Hawks love today, that's okay. All right, we'll move on.
Your last team.
All right, we'll move on. The Miami Heat.
Okay.
Now this one was tough because I made this one a little bit more aggressive, and you know what? I'm standing on business today. And this is a 2-part hot take. The first part is that the Heat are going to have a bottom 10 offense in the league this year.
Ooh.
And the second part is that they are going to miss the playoffs.
Oh. Ooh. Listen, I want to agree because I'm always constantly ready to predict the Heat's downfall. Never doing it again. I will not bet against the voodoo magic of Eric Spoelstra and Jimmy Butler until it happens. So I'm just going to assume you're going to be wrong for no reason other than I refuse to let them surprise me again.
Listen. The Miami Heat last season. Let me make sure I have this exactly right. They were in a 30-team league. They had the 25th best offense in the league.
Damn,
tough.
It's terrible. Now they let go of Max Strus. Gabe Vincent is not there. 37-year-old Kyle Lowry is going to be back in the starting lineup. 35-year-old Kevin Love is out there doing stuff for them. Out of 2 years ago. 2 years ago was the first time that Eric Spoelstra, as great as he is, coached the Heat to a 50-win season without LeBron James on his roster.
Damn.
They have not. I don't think that the Heat sniff the top 4 this year. I think that, they were 3 minutes away from missing the playoffs last year, right? Jimmy Butler turned 34 years old 2 weeks ago, and now it's going to be him and Bam Adebayo, who we've already accepted. He's not going to be that high-level secondary scorer that you would really want him to be. They are going to have a lot of problems offensively. You're going to be requiring a lot from Jaime Jaquez, from Kyle Lowry, from all these guys, from Jovic, all these guys that you brought in. And even though that, we think that the Raptors are going to fall off, we think that the Bulls are eventually going to fall off. Teams like the Pacers are going to be back up. Teams like let me see.
The Orlando Magic fill in for you right there.
Exactly. Thank you. Teams like the Pacers are up. I think that the Hornets are going to be up. The Magic are going to be good. Right? There's going to be the Hawks are also going to be better than the Heat this year. There's so many teams that I trust more right now, and I trust their infrastructure. Actually, that's not true. But I trust them to have a better team this year than the Heat. So they are missing the playoffs.
I would love to agree with you, but sadly, like Isaac said, this man, Pat Riley, has voodoo on his side. He has deals with the devil. Eric Spoelstra is going to go ahead and
I think that ran out.
Bro.
Cole Swindler,
remember that name, bro. He's gonna they're gonna have that man drink black magic juice. He's gonna turn into whatever super suited version of Max Strus you can envision. I don't know what it is, but I just cannot go against the Miami Heat, and I've consistently looked like a fool whenever I try to write them out. But you do bring a very, very good argument to the table, and if they were to go ahead and fall off, this might be it.
Listen, I think
everything you said is facts. It was also facts last year, and they made the fucking finals. This does not make sense.
Listen, everything that they did last year, I think that what Pat Riley did this year was way worse than what they did last year. Because last year you're coming off of a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? You were a shot away, and he said, "You know what? We are going to run it back." And okay, that's fine. It was very clear all year long, even throughout the playoffs, you need another piece. And Pat Riley not making an aggressive push to go get Dame was the most arrogant thing I've ever seen. And he thought that he could just throw rings on the table, not even on the table. He thought that he could telepath the 5 rings that he had over to Portland and get Dame Lillard. It was arrogant for him not to do it. They don't have enough. They didn't have enough last year to win the finals. And again, Jimmy Butler's 34 and he misses games a lot. He's hurt a lot. It's going to be very, very hard for them to win a lot of games this year. So I think this is the year that I'm out on Miami.
I'm with
Last year was too.
I hope the same. Last year was the year I was out, and we were almost right. Like you said, they almost lost the play-in game, but crazy shit happens, and domino effects go down, and next thing you know, fucking Jimmy's in the finals again, and we have to act like he's better than everybody else in the league. That's ridiculous. But again, I just refuse to let them fool me. So even if I don't think they're good, I'm just gonna pick them to make the finals.
I'll be the one. I will be the deep 3 representative that does not believe in the Miami Heat this year.
Yeah. Okay. I respect it. That's a good take.
That was a great take.
I think it's time for you to raise the roof.
Rejoice, crayon eaters! You right there. You right there. You right there. You right there. It is time, my brother. It is TikTok time! Let's go, man! I've been waiting for this shit. I've been tired as hell.
That was great.
My brother.
I was up and close to the camera.
That was good.
Oh man, let's do it, man.
That was good.
I gotta add that. Crayon, you just rejoice. That's gonna be. I'm gonna add that to the intro.
Now it's your turn to show.
As always, we're gonna start TikTok time off with the draft. This time we're gonna do a draft where we build NBA lineups with only power forwards. 1 through 5 year lineup gotta be a power forward.
Okay.
Woo!
Okay.
This is all time.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah, all time. So anybody in the league that's ever played the 4 is fair game. They have to be actually a 4. So like no Bron, no KD, no Tatum, none of these guys that might start the 4 today because we're in a small league, but spiritually they're 3 straight true 4s.
Okay.
The draft order is me, Mo, Don. That's how we're going this time.
Let's do it.
So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Hit this hook. Let's draft NBA lineups with only power forwards. First pick. I need this guy for position versatility. Give me Giannis at point guard.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Damn.
I need the best ball handling big we've ever seen.
Wow, bro. I was literally prepared to say Giannis. Damn. Okay, go ahead and give me currently the best power forward ever, Tim Duncan still.
I respect it.
Yes! I love this.
Oh my God.
I needed this.
He just broke the frequency vibrations in the world, bro.
Give me Dirk, because I need some shooting. And give me Kevin Garnett.
Okay.
Oh, this is disgusting. Oh, I'm so happy.
Okay.
Good thing.
Dirk.
Wait, Nikhil, can you put Dirk at my 2 guard position, please?
And you got KG at the 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. I love that shit for you, man. I love that shit for you. All right. I guess go ahead. There's 2 ways I could go, but I'm just going to straight up prioritize whoever the best player is.
Oh, yeah.
And in this position, go ahead and give me Anthony Davis, bro. I need him at my 2. He played point guard in high school.
Okay.
I mean, he ain't dribble like that in a minute.
Okay. So I lied. We're putting Giannis down to power forward. Give me Draymond Green at point guard.
That's good.
I'm monopolizing the good passes on the board.
Okay.
And then, actually, you know what? I'm putting Giannis at the 5 and Charles Barkley at the 4.
Charles Barkley at the 4. Okay.
I
like that. All right.
Actually, no, Charles Barkley my 3, actually. I'm putting Giannis at the 5 and Charles Barkley at the 3.
This man rebuilding team shape shifting as we speak right now. This is hella strategy involved. Okay. So you got Draymond, Barkley, and Giannis. You have no shooters on your team right now, my boy.
There's plenty available.
All right. Y'all
have no passers and there's no more left for you. You guys are fucked.
Listen, 80 average 4 assists one day in his 80 average 4 assists per game in his heyday. I'll be straight. Okay. So for the sake of spacing and also defense, go ahead and give me Jaren Jackson Jr. at my 3.
I was put him at shooting guard. Damn.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, that fucked me.
Okay. Actually, Nikhil, can we move Kevin Garnett to my 5? Can we do that? Because at my power forward, I would like Zion Williamson.
Ooh, okay.
At my 3, I would like Dennis Rodman.
Ooh,
okay. That's an interesting combination.
Dennis Rodman at your 3. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay, cool. So at my 5, fuck you, Isaac, give me Chris Bosh.
Fuck, I was gonna pick next.
I knew it. I got your game plan in my hands.
Damn.
Yeah, pick your shooters now.
Okay. At my
Big
2,
pasty.
give me Pistons Blake Griffin.
What? I forgot about.
Yep. Got another ball handler. Monopolizing the passing again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then at my 4, this is a swing pick. I could take this team in a few different directions. You know what? Giannis has my defense figured out. I'm going to get prime Kevin Love here to space the floor. He can defend Chris Bosh and Zion.
Wow. Okay.
That's
solid. So what I'm going to do is let me move AD to my PG. Tripp. I need Tripp at my shooting guard. And then for my small forward, Hey, I'm a man of space. Give me the paste. Give me prime Kristaps Porzingis, future Celtics legend. Hey, a year from now,
okay.
I'm gonna be cooking.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. This sucks because I know that the pick that I'm about to say is a good pick, and you guys are gonna laugh, and I'm gonna hate it. but it's okay because listen, Isaac is right. He took all the good passes. He took all the ball handling. But this is the only name that's coming to mind right now. So at my point guard, give me Lamar Odom.
Wow.
Give me Lamar Odom.
You need a ball handler. I respect it.
That's nice. I like it.
You guys have straight big man. Everybody's gonna be in the same spots on the court. I'm the only team that is actually gonna play logical basketball with people that can stand in different spots.
This man said logical basketball. You have one shooter on your team, dude. You have
Blake
Draymond.
Griffin was a great shooter in Detroit.
Listen.
Draymond shot 38% from three for a year.
Listen, prime Draymond is not moving anybody, bro. He has nothing on. Good luck on trying to score on AD, Tripp, Kristaps, Porzingis, and Bosh. This is the best 5 here.
Draymond's passing. He's not looking to score. He's a point guard.
Look, you're not scoring. No one is scoring on me, man.
You have the worst offense, though.
What? No, you have the worst
makes no sense. Anthony Davis is your point guard? What the fuck are you on?
You have the worst offense.
Run back 2018 AD highlights and you'll see exactly what I'm on.
Not a point guard. No scenario should that be a point guard.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness.
Anthony Davis has never been able to pass. Not even a little bit.
Oh my God.
4 assists, what you're referencing? Great. He got 4 assists because he had an insane usage. He lucked his way into 4 assists.
Look, man. All I'm going to say is good luck trying to get to the rim. Point blank, period.
I'm having spacing. The rim's going to be wide open for Giannis.
I'm having faith that AD's PG skills starts to creep in as he realizes, oh shit, I got to do this.
No, listen, we need
ripping him.
Listen, we need a 2K simulation of these teams. Please, somebody make that.
Nah,
Pistons Blake was a steal. He's a perfect shooting guard.
He was a steal, absolutely.
He's soft.
If I could have got Jaren at the 4 instead of Kevin Love, it would have been over. So Kevin Love's defense is my one weak point.
Yeah, I know.
I'm the greatest shooting big of all time. I'm straight.
Yeah, great. For the audio listeners, I have Draymond at point guard, Blake Griffin at shooting guard, Charles Barkley at small forward, Kevin Love at power forward, and Giannis at center.
Nice. All right. At point guard, I got AD. At my shooting guard, I got Jaren Jackson Jr., small forward, Porzingis, power forward, Tim Duncan. And at the center spot, I got Chris Bosh.
Okay. At my 1, I have Lamar Odom. Shooting guard is Dirk. 3 is Dennis Rodman. My 4 is Zion Williamson. And my 5 is Kevin Garnett.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. You lost.
Actually, you know what? I'm good. I just got to swap them. Really, Charles Barkley's my 4 and Kevin Love's my 3. I'm good. My defense is fine. Not like Charles Barkley is some world beater, but him and Giannis, I'm good.
Switching positions is not saving you, man.
Saving me from who? Kristaps? Go fuck yourself.
Bro, does Tim Duncan not exist? Holy shit.
Jaren Jackson Jr., soft. Worst player on this whole list.
Oh my God. Hell nah.
He's easily the worst player on this whole list. It's not even the conversation. Oh, no, I guess Lamar Odom's worse.
Hey,
yeah,
man,
exactly.
Hey,
we're going to act like Lamar's not there. Holy shit.
All right.
Listen, it's the best you can do at point guard.
Listen, Lamar at point guard is better than Kristaps at the 3.
Okay.
Weird argument, but Isaac, you have fat boy Kevin Love on your team.
Jackson Jr. and Anthony Davis. That's repulsive.
Isaac, you have fat boy Kevin Love on your team, bro. I don't know who you're stopping, bro.
Kevin Love. It's sit in the corner and splash that bitch Kevin Love. That's all you got to do is space the floor. He's not touching the ball unless it's swung to him on the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, non-factor.
All right, man. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to save the tier list for a second. And what we're going to do next is, ESPN just put out their top 100 players rankings. They haven't done the top 10 yet, but they did 11 through 100. They are, how do you say, utterly fucking ridiculous at times.
They got you. So, they got you. Every year they do this with the list, and every year we're always like, listen, it's ESPN's list. It's stupid. We can't pay attention. And here we are making a video about it.
Yep.
They got us.
I would love to give them no attention because they're begging for it, but content must be made, and I want you guys to guess the rankings for these players I'm going to name. I hope you haven't seen any of them yet. You've probably seen a couple of them.
I haven't seen anything.
Oh, let's go. Great. So it's going to be simple. I'm going to name some players. You guys are going to guess what their rating was according to ESPN.
Let's go.
So guess where ESPN ranked these NBA players in their top 100 list? First up, Damian Lillard.
He did average 32 points per game last season or something like that.
So, something like that, yeah.
He's not a top 10 player, though. I don't think that they're putting him in the top 10. I think that they are putting him top 15, though.
I'd say 15, Donovan. I like where you're going.
I'm going 13.
13, okay. What about you, Mo?
I'm going to say, for the sake of ESPN's sake, they're probably going to put him at 15. I think I'm throwing a little bit of disrespect.
Reality, they split it right down the middle. He's number 14.
Oh, yeah. So, see, we know ESPN. They're predictable.
Yeah.
So we know them.
We know your game. We're familiar with their game.
All right, next up, we got Anthony Edwards.
Damn. Okay, after the summer he had, they might put him top 10.
What do you think? Yeah, he's top 20. I think that they're putting him top 20.
Guaranteed.
Right? Okay.
Do we think he's higher than Dame?
Would ESPN pull out that type of monstrosity? 110%, I believe so. 110%.
Would ESPN do that war crime?
Let's lock it in. For me, they put that man at number 12.
Would that be ridiculous?
I'm going 16.
Well, most closer, they put this man at 13.
Oh my God!
Damian Lillard.
Oh my God! 13?
Off of what? Summer vibes, pictures of him not playing fair with the low cut.
Looking sexy?
I don't know what else?
Oh my God.
They said he's hot and he's cool. He's number 13, better than Dame.
Yo, just because
Dame has been playing fair his whole career.
This man was hooping against Latvia and they were like, oh, nah, he's like that. He's like that.
A fade, fresh fade, some big ass earrings, and some cool jokes got him this high. Man, ain't really him, bro. It don't take much. Wow, that's crazy as fuck.
Ridiculous. All right, next up. Yes, absurd. Ja Morant.
Oh, he dropped. ESPN, they were not rocking with the gun stuff. He's probably going to be at like 19.
19 might be a little nice. I want to say they have him a little lower than that. They might go ahead and put him at 25 or 26 because they might view him as unstable.
That's true. You know, I'll join you. We'll go 24. Yeah. I'll go 24.
I'm gonna say 26.
ESPN said this man is a threat to those around him. He's 35.
35? 30?
They said 35 motherfuckers are better than Ja Morant. What's going on there?
Oh my God. Nah, he did have that incident once. Or really twice. But damn, 35 is outrageous.
Yeah, this is not about basketball. They just said he's a dumbass and we're putting him down to 35 for repeat offender. They said we're putting him down for repeat offender dumb. That's it.
Yeah. God, bro.
In parentheses, dumb.
All right, next up, Jamal Murray.
Oh, they gotta be on his. They gotta be on his knob, bro. They put him at like 20.
No, I won't say 20. He's higher than 20.
Higher than 20.
You think they're doing tricks on it? Oh my gosh! I thought 20 was crazy. I thought 20 was crazy, but
we're going 17 for Jamal Murray.
Ooh.
Okay, Mo.
I got 20.
I think a championship goes a long way.
The first correct answer, he is number 17.
Oh!
Yo, oh my God. 17 is disgusting. Ja Morant at 35 and Jamal Murray at 17. That's a crime.
I love it. Makes no sense, but I love it.
Yeah.
Next up, Kyrie Irving.
Oh, you know they don't like him. You know they don't like Kyrie. If they have Ja at 35, Kyrie has to be
60?
Lower. No, I won't say that. I'll say
he has to be lower for sure. Yeah, he has to be lower for sure because I think Ja's probably a better player, and Kyrie has had multiple offenses over the last 3-4 years, so he might be 50 to be honest.
We'll go 50.
50 is crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
they put him at 34, one spot above Ja.
Oh, okay. Woo.
Okay, so they just
that's still bad, but wow.
All the delinquents, you guys are just somewhere around there, somewhere over there.
This is where they lie.
That stand on bullshit. You're in the 30s.
So listen, like you're not an all-star, you're not top 24, but like you can be somewhere over there.
Yes, man.
This is crazy. Okay.
Yeah, there's not 34 players better than Kyrie, for being real.
34 is outrageous.
Next up, RJ Barrett.
Now this is
he
so
on
wild.
the list?
He is top 100.
He's top 100? God damn. How? Top 100 at what? Basketball?
83.
Ooh.
Oh, man. I'm going to say 95. I almost
They
said
put
90.
RJ Barrett at 71. Y'all are too hard on the boy.
71. Oof.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that, man.
It's a fair spot. 71 is a big number. That's
I
fair.
just need to know who is behind him and I need to know who's around him to make the 71 like seem fair.
Yeah, got to know the context. I can't remember. But yeah, 71, I think that's a fair point for RJ.
Okay.
Last up, Russell Westbrook.
This is hard because of how bad he was for the Lakers, but he was also pretty good for the Clippers.
Yeah.
Do you think he's better than RJ, Donovan?
I think
I hope so.
I think they do 63.
I was going to say 65.
We'll split it down the middle, 64.
Let's do it.
Add 30 to that bitch, and you're correct. He's 94.
I'm speechless.
This hate is ridiculous.
94.
It's like they didn't watch what he did for the Clippers at all. They just stopped the season right there, right when he got traded.
This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. It's getting
Now,
ridiculous.
The wrestling has definitely gone too far. 94 is outrageous.
So
Yeah.
you see what's happening out here. It's happening on a nightly basis. It's getting
And
ridiculous.
he's not just 94. He's 23 spots behind RJ Barrett. A meaningful jump.
That is gross. RJ? Oh, man.
RIP Russell Westbrook's credibility. It's ridiculous. All right, man. That's the end of that video. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to get to some City jerseys. We've been waiting a little bit for some more to leak. As you guys know, last year, City jerseys, our bread and butter. This is the shit we live for. We're here for that. There's a predominant City jersey podcast on the planet. We're here to talk about them today. We are going to grade some of the ones that have leaked already. So over the span of like 3 or 4 episodes, we're going to get to the point where we grade all of them. So this will be part 1 to that. We'll grade the first 9.
Okay.
Nice and simple.
Let's do it.
Let's grade these 2024 NBA City jerseys.
I hate all of them.
First off, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Beautiful. I love it, bro. This little
These are hard. These are
fading
good.
slowly towards the tippity top of the jersey, bro. The aura on there. You damn right. This is aura. I don't even know what the hell this company is, but they did it. They did that shit.
Yeah. Usually I hate gradient, but this Dirty Sprite 2 style graphic, it works for me. I'm gonna give it an A.
This
Yo,
is
the
nostalgia
dirty
just because you're a Future fan. This is okay. It's fine. You guys know how I feel about gradient. I'm actually sticking to my morals. It's okay. I'll give it a B.
Okay, fair enough. At least you're not hating too hard.
This is an A, bro. You tripping.
No,
Easy A.
listen, the colors,
Especially for the competition compared to what comes next. This is an easy A.
the colors on this one is beautiful.
Yeah,
No.
the white text on it, it pops so good with the Minnesota.
It's beautiful, bro. I bet your mind will change when you see Anthony Edwards in that, Donovan.
Facts.
What are you asserting? What are you trying to
You know what
say?
I mean? You know exactly what I mean.
All right, next up,
Next.
next one we got the Memphis Grizzlies.
Ew.
What is this?
This iRobot
New
jersey?
language?
They put hieroglyphs on this bitch.
Oh my
Is that
goodness.
supposed to
Someone
say
said it's
MEM?
Someone said it's 9 bacon strips.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, someone thought this was hard as fuck coming out the factory, bro. This is indeed not. Holy shit.
I actually kind of like it. I fuck with it. I think
my
on body
goodness.
it's gonna look real cool. I like this like ancient Egypt style with the MEM.
See,
What
I
does
would
ancient
like it.
Egypt have to do with Memphis?
Yes,
Come on, man.
exactly.
Come
I would
on.
like it if it actually meant something. It means nothing.
I think it's hard. I'm going B-.
You want Key Glock building pyramids. I don't like this. I can't deal with this, man.
This is a C. This is a C.
D.
Hey, listen, it's real easy for a black jersey to win me over. This one does it. Next one. We got The Miami Heat culture monstrosity.
This is an F. This is an F. This is what happens when you lean too far into the joke, too far into the culture. This is now lame and corny. This is an F.
I want Pat Riley sent to prison over this. He didn't make it. Nothing to do with him. He has to take the fall. This is ridiculous.
Also, why is Heat so small and culture so big?
Exactly. This is a practice squad ass jersey, man. This is a jersey that you find at Goodwill or something. This looks like a fake jersey. Don't look real anywhere. I've seen this
sit on Venice Beach multiple times. This is terrible.
If you take out Heat, this looks like a jersey that they would have given Quavo and Offset 2 years ago when they were dropping the album. This is terrible.
On God,
it's almost like it's a joke. Like it's so bad, somebody has to not be serious. Like a print gone too far.
Oh no, they weren't serious with this one.
Jersey feels empty, no hope, just like their upcoming season. Trash.
And there's gradient on the sides. Just fucking
I didn't even see that. That's gross. Oh, that's trash.
I think we should make Z something below F. I don't know. H for hell. Let's put this in the depths.
H is hell. H for hell is perfect.
Worst jersey ever, man. Next up, the Brooklyn Nets.
You just don't want to be serious, right? Bro. You don't want to be a credible NBA franchise because you keep putting your players out in stuff that looks like this. This is something that you see at a children's museum on the whiteboard.
In the Blues Clues am I looking at right now, bro?
This is frustrating. This is actually frustrating. This is actually making me upset.
You put the Wiggles in this and they're ready to ball.
Oh God, bro! With the funky ass, with the fucking. Oh my God, I can't even talk.
You can't even talk.
It's just like my mind is scrambled with this shit, bro. What's up with the Nets? Stay consistent. What's with the up down up down?
I think the font looks cool if this was like a grungy poster for some like rock concert in Brooklyn, but for an NBA jersey, this is ridiculous.
When you see people playing basketball in cartoons or in animation, they're wearing this jersey. This is what they have on.
A regular show ass jersey.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Oh my God, bro. I want to give this jersey to my worst enemy. Holy shit, man. This is terrible.
I'll go D.
This is a D.
I'm giving an F. These all suck. They're all trash.
Oh, bounce house jerseys.
Next one we got the Houston Rockets.
These are hard. Yeah, these are hard. Solid. But they kind of look like the Sacramento Kings jersey from maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
These would be. They're not even like the greatest thing in the world. They're just like a regular jersey that looks like a real team that takes themselves seriously compared to all the other bullshit we've seen. This is immediately elevated.
Yeah.
This is these colors are nice though. Listen, the way that you feel about black jerseys, I feel about white jerseys. They're just very clean. But this is cool.
Yeah. This is simple. They didn't need to do too much. The H-Town was needed.
No, it's real SMU vibes here. I fuck with it.
Man is making assertions.
You get all the allegations. Next up, the Indiana Pacers leak.
Oh man, this would be hard if I was going scuba diving. This would be hard if I was going to feed dolphins. But I'm playing basketball. Who the hell finna wear this shit? This is like a Fortnite ass jersey. Oh my goodness. Holy shit.
This is a straight out Splatoon. This is a Nintendo Switch jersey.
Every game that the Pacers wear this jersey, I'm picking them to lose. I just have to do it. This is not a good jersey.
We're making parlays against these jerseys. We're getting rich quick. This might be a contention to knock the Mavericks off of their crown for worst NBA jersey of all time.
No, that was
this
still bad.
Heat culture are going head to toe.
Bro, this
this is literally a Nerf jersey. This is horrible.
We're a Nerf or nothing ass jersey? Are you kidding me?
It's awful.
For sure.
Gradient spackle? Nah. Who is coming up with this?
Listen, it's Indiana.
What do you
expect?
I don't like this. And you wonder why I say I don't like Adam Silver. Because this stuff is allowed to be on NBA courts. Come on.
On his watch, he allowed this to happen. Nah, this single-handedly made me switch sides. We need to abolish the fuck out of city jerseys. This did it for me. I'm done with this shit.
Tighten up, Adam.
Yeah,
F. Man. The fattest F.
Gross. F for sure.
Yeah, man, that's all of them. Oh, no, we got more. Next one. The Chicago Bulls.
Once again, very plain. It gets a B just because it doesn't embarrass the Chicago Bulls.
I agree. At least it's normal, but it's got to be C at best. This shit is
too empty. It's so hollow. Yeah. Like there's nothing going on. Yeah, exactly. Why couldn't they make it bigger? It's like so misplaced.
It's like it's a regular size jersey, but the 8 is like from the jersey they make for little dogs. Like this is a Chihuahua size jersey.
It is very empty. It looks like they forgot to finish designing it.
This is a half-ass jersey. Exactly. I got to put this at C for that.
Last minute school project.
Honestly, we're generous with C.
All right, we'll put C. All
right, next one. The Dallas Mavericks.
This is actually not trash.
It's not great.
But it's again,
not trash.
Not
exactly.
Trash.
Yeah. We've certainly seen worse, but this does not move me.
Again, we're grading on a curve here because the stuff that we've seen has been actually like grotesque. But this jersey is just fine. The little squiggly S at the end of the letters, not bad. Not bad.
Hang on, me wearing that jersey, I kind of feel like a pimp if I'm on the basketball court with that on, man. I feel actually cool. Yeah, bro. I feel.
This looks like something one of the rival gangs in Saints Row would wear. The Blue Gang.
What?
I feel smooth as hell with this jersey on, man. Got me feeling like Kyrie for sure.
A pimp is crazy. I'll give it C.
I'm gonna give this a B.
I'll say C.
Okay, that's fair.
This is everything a solid on B jersey.
All these city jerseys are mid. They're mid or worse.
At best. Yeah. All right, next one. The last one. The Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, somebody was high making this. Somebody was high.
What the fuck?
I kind of want to say it's hard.
Why is it squiggly?
Why? Yeah, why is this squiggly? Why are we while we're making a jersey? Like this is ridiculous.
Just like I'm quirky. Like come on now. Come on, man.
Silly.
I'm different. Can we be for real for 2 seconds?
No,
this is terrible.
Really? I kind of want to say this shit is hard. It probably looks better on an actual player.
It would be hard. It's just like last year's with the Rose. It's 90% hard. Then there's that one bullshit feature that just ruins it. Like if it just normally said San Francisco, it would be cool.
Can we just take a year off from city jerseys so that everybody can just think of like good ideas again and not just throw stuff together? This is awful. This is not good.
We need to load manage designers and give them time to recuperate.
Please.
Now you're thinking.
D.
F. I want to say B because I know this will actually look hard on Steph Curry, on Klay Thompson, all them boys.
You're
letting the Warriors gaslight you every year into ignoring their bullshit,
and it's working.
How many times can they give us a black and yellow jersey that has the stupidest shit you've ever seen on it?
Every time, and I will continuously say they're hard. I'm a sucker. I'm gullible.
I can tell. All right, man. Next thing we're gonna do our tier list for the episode.
Lit.
This time we're going to put young players into a tier list. Just in general. So, let's keep it simple. Let's put these young NBA players into a tier list. First up, Anthony Edwards.
S tier young player.
Yeah?
Yeah, considering the pool of young players we have, he might belong in the S tier because of his potential.
Yeah, he's not Luka, but after that, you could argue the best under 25 player in the league.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. With his playoff run last year, well, not run because he ain't really run to anywhere other than the first round, but he was impressive.
Next up, Tyrese Maxey.
I kind of think he gets overhyped sometimes.
I'll say a B.
Okay.
Like he hasn't
Cunningham to kill.
Like he hasn't taken. Yeah, I'll say a B. He hasn't taken that all-star leap yet. He hasn't necessarily had the opportunity to, but he's still very like above average, a very serviceable player. And I wouldn't be shocked if he did take that leap this year.
I don't really see him ever being like a true star to be an S or A, but I think he's like the quintessential B.
Yeah, if his playmaking ever took a turn, or he became like one of the best shooters in the NBA or one of the best drivers in the NBA or something like that, he has to have that X factor that just makes him different, like for sure. Luka, Zion, Anthony Edwards, and he doesn't have any of that. So
he needs to develop one elite skill.
He has to be B. He's a fine role player though, for sure.
Okay. Next up, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
S. Easy
S tier.
Easy S.
S tier.
Yeah. The only player on this list that's probably better than Anthony Edwards right now.
100%.
Yeah. Next up, Scotty Barnes.
D tier.
Yeah, I want to put him D.
I would say D tier. If we're looking at the rest of this list, if we're looking at the rest of this list, it kind of is D tier. And that rookie of the year, like we said, it's looking kind of Tyreek Evans-ish. It's looking kind of fraudulent.
Ooh, Tyreek Evans is crazy.
Damn. And next up, Victor Wembanyama.
S tier.
That's crazy.
No games played.
We're not talking about it.
Listen, you know what? Whatever, Donovan. I'll just
listen. One preseason game, I'm sold.
Guys, he stole the ball from the 3-point line
and then dunked that bitch on the other end.
Come on,
y'all talk about that, but I'm obsessed with the jelly that he did the other day, bro, against Chet. That was crazier.
He's gonna step in the league and immediately be. I'm not even say a crazy take.
Listen, 7'5" with jelly is insane.
Ridiculous. By year 2, we're going to talk about him as pushing top 10.
Unheard of, bro.
Okay. I said it for a soundbite. But I got picked. All right, next up, Zion Williamson.
He has to be
him
S.
A.
No, you can't
put... He's too
put...
injury prone.
Yeah. He's S tier talent, but everything put together, he only deserves to be an A for now.
He doesn't play.
When he plays 50 straight games, we'll put him in S.
Oh, that'll never happen.
We haven't seen Wemby play an NBA game yet, bro. Y'all are crazy.
So be it. Next one, Jalen Green.
I would say B tier.
I would say C.
I'm projected with my B tier, but if we want to go C, that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, of course you're projecting because you put fucking Victor Wembanyama at S. So
that's not projecting. That's talking about right now. That's talking about right now. That's talking about the present.
Jalen Green wasn't better than Scotty Barnes last year.
So I think he was. I was gonna say he was a more productive NBA player, but how do you define productive when it comes to these two?
Scotty Barnes, we low key did Scotty Barnes dirty, putting him D.
Oh, too bad. He's staying there. Let's put Jalen Green in C and move on.
Okay, next one, Trae Young.
Trae should be S. If Wemby's going to be there, he should be S, but he has a lot to recover over the past year.
He'll prove himself back to S this year, but after last year was a little up and down, he can go A. Yeah, next up, Cade Cunningham.
I think he's a solid... If I'm being real, he might be a C, but projecting, he might be a B.
Yeah, I think for this coming season, he'll be at least B. He can push A if he makes that leap we all think he can make, but for now, until he does it, he's got to be B.
Yeah, really? I respect it.
There's no C?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I anticipate he'll be.
I mean, listen, the injuries have been there.
Well, there's just been one injury. He missed a lot of time. It's not like he's not Zion.
Injuries or not, I'd rather have Cade Cunningham on my sidelines than what I witnessed Jalen Green do over the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, me too.
But you got him a coach, though.
Last one, Chet Holmgren.
He's kind of hard to put after how we set this up. He can't be. You might have to put him as B.
Lower. He can't be lower than B. He's really in like that B plus.
Yeah, so is Wembanyama though. I'll fuck this up.
Wembanyama is going to be a basketball god. It's different.
He's different though.
Oh my god.
I think Chet's got to be C until he's just a rookie. I think he'll quickly get his way into B, but I think C to start.
I kind of want to put him at B right now.
Listen, fuck it. If we're projecting forward, do you see him being as good as Tyrese Maxey next year?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, easily.
All right, B it is. B it is. There we go. There's our list.
Listen, it's a lot of good young players in the league.
Yeah, this is great. Sorry, Scotty Barnes. Jalen Green was so not better than him last year. Fuck it.
Y'all know where I stand. Fuck the Raptors.
He's the only one we don't project forward.
Facts. We're just like, you suck. Next thing we're going to do another 2K related video. This time it's going to be based around me naming a player and you guys guessing what their rating is.
All right. So, I have recently jumped onto the 2K wave. I'm now in the community.
Hold on.
Let's see if I can get this right.
Yeah, so real simple. We're not going to be like comparing to another player, guessing lineups or anything. Just one player. What do you think their rating is? So I'm going to get this hook out of the way. I'm going to name an NBA player. You tell me what you think their 2K24 rating is. Anthony Davis.
Okay, he's definitely 90 plus. He's definitely 90 plus.
Got to be above 90, I'd hope.
Exactly.
I want to say he's exactly a 90, to be honest with you. I think that's fair.
Ooh.
The shooting
I'm
went
going
to
to go
hell.
92.
Yeah, 92 is fair. I would say 91, but I'm going to stay put 90.
If he was a 90, I would.
92.
If he was a 90, I would fucking protest the 2K offices. Donovan's closer. He's the 93.
Look at 2K.
Okay.
I love it, man. Y'all respect
Look at
defense? Wow.
Got to. It's Anthony Davis. He has that Lakers boost too.
That is true. I forget.
That's where the extra point came in.
Yep. Next up, Victor Wembanyama.
Okay,
he might
rookie?
be an 85, bro.
I'll go.
With just how his build doesn't make any sense, bro. He's legit a demigod. All those demigod videos y'all would see on YouTube back in 2014, 2015, this is him. Quite literally. He might be 85.
I'm gonna try to beat you by one. I'm going with the 84.
Ooh. Donovan, once again victorious. He's exactly an 84.
Ah,
I'm on your head, Mo.
Okay. I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it.
All right, next one, Trae Young.
All right, Trae Young has to be a 90. If he's not a 90, they're disrespecting like heavy, like crazy.
I already know they're disrespecting like crazy, bro. The entire NBA is. So what makes you think that 2K devs wouldn't disrespect him even further? He might be an 87 or 88.
No, I'm putting
87's crazy.
No, I'm putting Trae Young at a 91.
Give me an 88.
This time, Mo is closer. He's an 89.
I wish I wasn't closer. Damn, 2K?
No, they're disrespecting.
He's got to prove it this year.
Yeah, his 3-point shot took a tank. His 3-point shot took a hit. The defense is ass. It's only expected.
Yeah. All right, next up, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
They might give that man a 94 just because of how good he looks, bro. Damn.
Ronnie 2K said he's the one.
Mo has been very heavy on like, aura comments today.
He's in his bag.
Exactly.
I'm in my zone.
Oh my God, bro. Stop.
I'll go 90.
I want to say,
is he as good as
93.
Anthony Davis?
Shai was cooking last year, bro.
You know what? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say 90.
I'll go 90. I'm going to go 92. I'm going to stay with the strategy.
Okay. What about you, Don Mo?
93. We doing it. We locking it in.
Ooh. Another victory for Mo. He is a 93 exactly.
Wow.
Wow, man. 93 for Shai is kind of crazy. But shout out to him. He did ball out last year.
Listen, he's like that. Yeah.
Had hella moments. Defense was crazy.
30. That's not easy to do.
Yeah. Especially on that team that had no spacing.
Straight paint buckets too.
Hercules effort.
Yeah, you straight ran halfback dive every play.
Yeah, bro.
All right, next one. We have Ja Morant.
Ooh, this is hard.
I'm going to say 90. I'm going to say a 90.
You think he's 3 below Shai?
That's where the awareness comes in.
That's where they get him.
Yeah,
no awareness. Oh man.
I'm gonna go 90.
Okay.
Oh man. I want to say 91.
He is a 92.
All right, Mo got this one.
I'm on your head.
They didn't hold his IQ against him.
He got this one.
Yeah, that was
one more that's not on this graphic, so I'll just say it. Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi, I want to say 94 because he did play a healthy amount of games last year for his standards, 52, I think.
Oh, whoa.
I have no idea how to rate Kawhi Leonard.
Exactly.
I have no idea.
You can't rank him in any discussion.
I'll give him the same ranking that we give Ja. I'm gonna go with a 92 for Kawhi Leonard.
I'm gonna go one above you. Give me 93 for Kawhi.
He is a 94.
Wow.
Still?
The Kawhi respect. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's great. We got one more before we get out of here. Mo, I think you have some NBA fights to show us.
Yeah, man. I want you to grade these NBA fights.
Great.
All right, let's bring up number 1. This was back in 2019 or 2021 when Beef Stew lost his damn mind against LeBron James for a seamless slap to the eye.
No, he was running amok. He was going crazy.
I ain't never seen nobody this deranged before on a court.
He went beast mode. He saw red.
Literally, he has blood in his eye. Listen, but at the same time, I'm giving this fight a B because he was the only person trying to fight that day. He was just running around like crazy. Oh wait, no, Russell Westbrook was
like these.
Was squaring up on the court. I forgot about that.
Everybody's like, what the fuck is he doing? I was like, I got him if nobody else got him.
Just from like, okay, I think just from the amount of memes that we were able to get from this fight, it has to be minimum B plus, A minus territory. I'm gonna go B plus.
I'll go B for entertainment factor. As an actual fight, it wasn't one, so he's like F, but for entertainment, straight B.
He went into the locker room and tried to come back the other way.
Exactly, bro. This was literally a 15-minute hassle, bro. He looked like one of the greatest fucking fullbacks. He could have been one of the greatest fullbacks in the NFL with how many people were trying to hold him back.
A 15-minute hassle's hilarious. He's like a kid throwing a tantrum. He's a fucking Looney Tune. Just being a nuisance.
Oh God, bro. And all the blood coming out of his eye too makes it so much even more dramatic than it actually was.
He was at that kid from the Thornberry show where he's going crazy.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What's the Thornberry show?
That?
You gotta get that reference.
No.
It's a kid that makes crazy noises. He's like, yeah. That's a great impression.
I'm gonna have to watch after this show.
Next one.
Yeah, what's next? All right, we got Joel Embiid versus Karl Anthony Towns just a couple years ago, bro. These two were just squabbling for no reason.
This is one of the rare moments in Karl Anthony Towns' career where I was like, oh no, he's like that. I respected him so much in this fight because Joel Embiid just thinks that he could try to bully people, and Cat was like, "Not today. I'm standing up for myself today." Had him in it. No,
mind you, while Karl Anthony Towns, while Karl Anthony Towns had that man in a headlock, they're in this same. Literally seconds later, Ben Simmons had him in a headlock. Crazy. That was crazy. Facts, bro.
Joel when he got back up.
Man.
Well, listen. If we had 2 chokeholds in one fight, that might be amaterial.
Oh, you're right. For the sheer volume. Okay, we got
This is Big Purr. Ain't nobody was expecting this out of him.
The defining moment of his career, his greatest achievement yet.
Exactly.
Good job, Cat.
Solid, bro. All right, what's next? Oh, we got Kobe versus.
Oh no! Yeah, Kobe got 2-pieced on this one.
We got Kobe versus Childs. He got 2-pieced.
Listen, a punch was thrown. That's rare.
2 punches were thrown, bro. Piecing up Kobe
to the neck.
And I ain't gonna lie, Kobe kind of ate those.
Listen, but his block game is terrible, so he ate him because he had to.
Chris Childs was ready, though.
That's true. Hey,
it has to be punches were thrown.
Yeah, if he landed 2 pieces, automatic A.
And he connected too. This has to be an A.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kobe's jaw was sore in the morning. That's rare for an NBA fight.
That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Did Kobe get a lick off too? I don't think so. I think it was too late. That's tough.
He tried.
No, he tried.
It's tough.
No, Chris said,
damn, where you learned that from, Isaac? Shit.
What was next?
Oh, yeah, I know. Isaac is a menace.
Ooh. Next up, we got Dr. J versus Larry Bird. In this instance right here, Larry Bird's teammates or Dr. J's teammates held Larry Bird, and Dr. J was getting 4 licks off in his face. I need y'all to see this video. It was
when we
crazy.
talk about the old NBA, this is what we're talking about.
Yep.
This is what we're talking about.
They played real defense back then. No, they just beat the shit out of each other while everybody else got held back.
This is a good old-fashioned jumping. This is an old-fashioned jumping. This is a rivalry at its highest level. This is
olden times violence.
When was the last time you saw 2 all-time greats fight each other like this?
Bro.
You can't name one. I'm putting this at A.
You can't even name an instance where his teammates were holding him back and helping him get the licks off, bro.
This
was conspired.
Everybody played
pre-planned.
It was well choreographed.
Easy A.
In sync violence. Easy A. Next up, we got Rajon Rondo versus Chris Paul. This was hard.
Rondo got him
so much shit was happening. In this clip too, Brandon Ingram was even squaring up with his skinny ass, bro.
Yeah. Bro, that's like a swift left jab. He looks like a boxer. That was clean.
Yeah, bro. Rondo is like that.
You couldn't even wind back. Just
who was it? Was Chris Paul the one that spit on Rondo?
Yeah. Chris Paul did spit on him.
Yeah, he deserved that. If you spit on somebody, listen, whatever happens to you next is, listen, I can't even say it. You deserve whatever is coming to you if you spit on somebody.
Yeah. Easy A tier.
Easy A tier, bro, for sure. Yeah, I like that. All right, what's next?
Also, Nipsey Hussle was in the background, ready to jump in the fight himself. That was a great moment.
Up, just holding him.
Bro, and it's so fun.
A great moment.
Actually, go back to it too. This fight wasn't even originally supposed to be between CP and Rondo. They just got into it after. Harden and Ingram were going at it, and Ingram just escalated all the shit, bro. This is a side. No,
Rondo saw an opportunity with the motherfucker he does not fuck with, and got his lick in. He saw the chaos and was ready to strike
for no reason. God damn, bro. You need to get. Brandon Ingram hangs around G Herbo and them. He needs to stop hanging around those influences for no reason. You're Ingram, bro. You went to Duke. Come on now. Who are you fighting?
That's funny. I love closing out with Rondo and Chris Paul. Everybody in the world that plays in the NBA seems to want to punch Chris Paul. I'm glad somebody got to fulfill their desires.
Oh, man. What a show.
That's the end of the show. If you're still here, comment. Choose one carefully. There's been a lot of moments in this pod. Comment Crayon Eaters Rejoice.
There we go.
Yes.
And follow us on Twitter.
With an exclamation point. Crayon Eaters Rejoice. I want to see it everywhere.
And I want to see you follow us on Twitter for that PS5.
Facts.
10K on the way.
Facts.
We're done here.